All right. Today is going to be a good day on the hot seat. We got Last Starfighter. He has decided to join the ranks and depravity that we all are, and decided, you know what? I'm gonna start freaking streaming, and I'm gonna put my beautiful reputation on the line, and I'm gonna stream Marvel Strike Force. So. Why? What? There, it's one thing to be on one, on the chatting side, and then there's this side now, where everybody has just enough to just go ahead and just start talking shit. Why did you jump on board this bandwagon?
I feel like I relate to a lot of the streamers, just being like very personable, very chatting, open, and kind of just wanting to show your side of the game kind of thing. And I can be very chatty and chatty, so it was kind of like want to take it on the road sort of thing. I've watched just a variety of streamers for the last like years. I've been on Twitch and kind of seeing the show roll out and all that kind of thing, and I was like, I want to be part of that. I want to give it a shot. I want to, have my take on the whole matter. So it just seemed fun to be more in the mix of all the of the community. And the one thing for this show that I gotta be careful of is I see myself over here and I'm trying to talk and it's tricky to see myself. Let me. I was trying to do it so I could see chat. And then I'm like, maybe this is gonna backfire. Just so I can see the comments, but for the sake of me just talking, I'll scroll over to not stream so I don't just see me in the mirror. But no, so yes, okay, so kind of reeling back to what I was doing is it was great to be part of the community and great to have my own lane within the community kind of thing. And to enjoy all the craziness of, people either trolling you or giving you shit, that kind of thing. But that's in chat, like, to you kind of thing. And also, because I can be more personable and I can be really chatty, it's hard to do that when you're just in chat. Voice is cool, too. Like, voice is kind of a good, like, other option for that. But having your own stream, being able to, like, I could put out these redeems, I could put out these emotes, I could... do this and that. Like, you kind of have control of your thing, and so it's kind of fun to have that part of, sharing the game with people. And so that was kind of also part of it, to be like, yeah, this is my lane now, this is my kind of show, so I get to operate it as I want to. So it's kind of fun and cool to do that. But yeah, it was really just a matter of being a part of, because I've been myself as part of the community, and I really wanted to go full force and just stream my stuff. And it was kind of the old mentality too of like, if you're playing the game, you can do it on stream too. If you don't mind showing what you're doing, you can do it on stream too. And so part of it was like, say like Crucible or say War or something like that, but like mostly kind of like Crucible, when you don't have, a bunch of shots to do things and it's kind of all on the line, you can ask people, you can talk to people, you can get, play-by-plays with people, and it's kind of more fun to do that on a stream versus just asking an opinion in chat sort of thing. So there's little bits like that kind of add into it that's really fun. And like I actually did a couple things with WAPO. Like I think it was Tournament 32 that or some, I don't remember what the first one was, but like WAPO was the first one that actually had me on his stream, and that's when I realized I could kind of do that, and it was kind of fun to have someone else there with you doing your Crucible, and like sometimes you'd screw things up and you wouldn't care. It was kind of just fun things to just screw up, or maybe a timer's like, you were like concentrated on the match and all of a sudden the timer's running low and you're like, oh crap, timer, and then you're just like da 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 da, and then I remember there was a specific like thing that he clipped where all of a sudden there was like 30 seconds left and it was like Weaver, it was the like room 5 thing where it was like Weaver versus like Icarus. And it was just a mano-a-mano thing where he kept healing up and Icarus Weaver kept trying to kill. And he goes, oh, put it on auto. It was really funny. So it's just having those moments that you don't really get by yourself or just in chat that's fun to have with the community, that whole kind of thing. So,
I mean, you mentioned WAPO, and for a second I was just going to hit Alt F4 and just say, fuck the stream. Swapo, yeah, whatever. No, I mean, it is a total. It's a totally different beast than just typing away, in chat, just waiting to see what happens. Then
Exactly.
on the other side, like, oh, I gotta really pay attention to that. I gotta pay attention to this, and hopefully my stream don't bust. So I gotta pay attention to this too, and then whatever else you got going on. It depends on what is, but it can be it could be a pain in the ass. So it could be a little bit. Was his first streaming Selvi like encounter? What do you mean, Hydrus? I'm guessing Ruvar is asking Weaver versus Quicksilver. I'm guessing he wants to understand your take for it, ish. Maybe.
First streaming. Well, Sevi is an actual person.
Yeah, Sevi's and Sevi streamed a little bit for the Players Voice.
I'm confused on the context between me and Sevi.
Yeah, I need context.
I'm confused on the context. Yeah, between me and Sevi, because I've never had a encounter with Sevi. So
I mean, everybody's first time streaming, somebody fucks up. We all mess up, so it's usually just something around there. Something's gonna mess up. Something's gonna mess up.
Oh, it was a typo.
Time.
Oh, okay.
Good. Oh,
I think it was just like first time streaming. Like, is that just in general, just first time streaming? It was kind of because I first actually tried it originally purely off my phone with Twitch, and I couldn't get it to run very well. And I was really frustrated. But first time ever streaming, it was mostly I was actually more nervous about the idea of not getting my voice to work, because I really wanted my voice to work. I didn't even care if I had a camera or not. I didn't care that much. What I wanted was voice to work. I was gonna be nervous if the voice wasn't working. So my first stream, I think, went fairly well because I was playing around with things to make sure that it was working kind of from the ground. I mean, I was still troubleshooting everything, from the get-go, but I knew that like my headphones had a mic and that was working. So like it was really just the thing that I wanted to make sure the voice was working. Because for me, if the voice isn't working and you're just watching me play, that's a boring stream, in my opinion. So I wanted to make sure that my voice was there. I could chat, I could talk with people, and I could like comment on my own game. I could comment on my own stupidity, whatever. That was the main thing. So otherwise, you kind of like, I don't know, it's boring. What about One Pride? This is just coffee, unfortunately. And with that said, I would actually love to come back on a hot seat take when I have like a drink in hand, as opposed. I've been doing a cleanse, good old fashioned alcohol cleanse. So I've like 4.5 weeks, like no alcohol whatsoever. And next week I can none whatsoever.
What's the reasoning behind it? But hold on, Romber, thank you for the sub, man. Thank you, man. We're later we'll fuck around and find out. So what's the big like motivation behind it?
It was kind of just a matter of I've been doing it like since COVID, like since the pandemic started. I've been having drinks very regularly, and I wanted to just clear all that out and like a practically a daily basis for the most part. And not like I was getting drunk every day, but just a daily basis. And I wanted to get more into a different kind of nutrition system. Like I was also eating out and like doing like fast food and that. So it was all part of the kind of vamping sort of health things, in different ways. And the one nice thing is if you do a big cleanse, like say with alcohol, you will lose, like I can get a tolerance level. So like in order for me to like say get drunk, if I'm consistently drinking, in order for me to get drunk, like I could have like a whole bottle before I'm drunk. And then once you do the cleanse, one glass and you've got a nice buzz going. So you become a lot cheaper of a date to have a little bit of fun with, that kind of thing. And it kind of gets you in a nice routine of like if you drink consistently, like your eating habits, your routines can actually be based on when you're drinking. So it kind of resets all of that stuff. And I know for a fact that my habits have all greatly changed a lot from doing that. So it's kind of nice to have that that whole change pace cleanse routine thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do that. The one thing I probably would give up for 30 days so that way my body would have a cleanse is probably my fucking wife. I'd get rid of her for 30 days. That would be great. My stress levels would go down.
Yeah,
Food bills would definitely go down because I would eat like fucking chips, some fucking combos. Give me a few candy bars, and I'm good for a goddamn long while. But my stress levels would go down.
Blood pressure would go down, cholesterol would go down, everything across the board.
Are you stopping anything? Yes, and my wife, I let her. Fuck it, she's gone. Told her to go to her mom's, and I'll see her in 30 days. Bam, boom.
Right.
I think it would be a good stress. I think that would stress relieve on a lot of guys. They're just saying, you know what? For 30 days, I'm just not gonna talk to you. Just not. But then we'd all end up in the fucking ground. So nope. I think I'll have to probably. Yeah, I don't think I don't drink every day. I drink maybe every 2 or 3 days, but it's more like a glass, some whiskey or something. Nothing huge. Like 3-4 ounces or whatever. Have a good hit, whatever. Because my wife is stressed out from work, so she's like, want to tell me everything. So fuck it. Now I'm stressed out because I listen to you, so I'm gonna go ahead and shake
you have to hear everything. Yeah.
Yep. Give me some rocks and boom, call it a day.
Yeah.
Works out. But hey, man, I'm happy for you, man. Was
Appreciate
that
it.
first week like a good oh fuck, man, I want to like punch a wall. I just want to open one.
The context of it varies greatly because I've actually done this before, years back, before all of the pandemic and stuff like that. And back then, I would in the morning I'd go do like a morning workout, and then I drive to work, and then be at work obviously all day, and then I drive home. By the time I did all of that, I wouldn't get home till say, like with traffic and all that crap, it'd be like say 8 or 9 o'clock, but say like 8 o'clock, and then I would get basically ready for the next day, and then I'd be up at say 5 or 6 a.m. and be getting home at like 8, and then I didn't have like time to be. I was either not in an environment or I didn't have time to like have a bunch of drinks. When you're just home, like I am like totally work from home right now. I'm on the East Coast. Well, I'm in Michigan, basically. And my office is back in LA. And so I'm literally work from home because I can't go to the office. And so, I'm almost like, I almost feel like Boomer in a way, like just constantly like indoors sort of thing. And when you're constantly home and just working and maybe streaming, whatever, like it's easy to be like, I could just have a drink. I could have a beer for lunch. I could whatever. You could be like, I could just have a drink because there's no responsibility to deal with. You're not driving anywhere. So the context of not at that point gets much more of a different challenge versus the other way where it's like, well, I can't drink anyway because I'm in the office and I can't have a drink there. I can't have a drink on the road because that's freaking illegal. There's a lot of, so it depends on the context of how you're doing it. And some situations are much easier to deal with. And this situation I'm going through is a little more difficult. Like especially like a bad day at work or something, you're like, I want a drink. I want a goddamn drink. And you're like, well, I can't because I'm on the stupid cleanse. Son of a bitch. But at the same time, I am looking forward to the fact that like, if I have like a drink, it'll be nice and easy versus like, well, I've had 2 drinks and I still don't feel anything because like I just have like a big tolerance or something.
Oh.
So that's when it kind of can compile into like, not healthy in general. Like, you can get liver problems and so on and so forth. So it just, it's a 2-part kind of thing in a way.
I mean, if it works for you, do it. I mean, I do understand the whole, oh my God, I'm in the house a lot part. And when Mobile said it and then I'm thinking about it, I'm going, I'm in this fucking house a lot since I have to work 3 days out the week, but then she goes to work on Saturday, so I'm just here. We don't really go anywhere unless we got to. Like, we're not making food runs and shit every day or every week. We'll make a food run to Sam's once a month, grab everything, and throw that shit in the freezer.
Oh, yeah.
Right, here we go. Boom.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back over. I believe, I don't mind going, but her excuse is I don't like people. So We gotta go.
Yeah, that's a good reason to go once, and that's it.
Yep, just go, because I know she's
Especially if
gonna
you're going
say
to
something.
the warehouse for like the Costco or the Sam's Club, like that's definitely a one stop one day. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't.
it's not trapped inside,
But
Bendy. It's more we're basically a victim of our schedule. That's basically it. Because I don't have a reason to go out unless there's some mitigating circumstance during the week.
Exactly.
But during the week, there's no parties or anything we're going to.
Yeah.
There's no places we have to. It's usually Saturday, Sunday. So I get out of the house after Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm literally in the house. I'm in the fucking house. I probably won't even leave. There's no reason.
And like I'm in a complex, like a whole apartment complex. Well, no, sorry, a condominium complex. And like I literally like my dad and I like we do like walks every now and then just to get outside and just walk around. Like so like there's I could just like there's a whole like I actually have a whole backyard meadow area to our condo, and so like there's space for me to go outside and do stuff. But like you said, it's more scheduling, within your schedule of like I don't need to go outside. I'm working or I'm cooking food or I'm doing whatever, and so I don't go outside for this, that, and the other. I've got space to do it. I'm not trapped. I've got plenty of space. But I just it's scheduling. Yeah, like you said.
And I like people. I don't give a fuck. I'll talk to whoever. My wife? No, I like this. We just need to stay away from everybody. Fuck everybody and everything, because all they want to do is stress me out. And I was like, I mean, you work with idiots. I can't help you with that one. But like, cousins and your cousins and shit, you have no problems when the babies come over. The babies come over. Oh my god, she's lively as shit. And it's just
it's funny because
okay,
like cool. For like my friends are people that like I would absolutely hang out with. Like I would choose to hang out with them. My family is like, can I find an excuse not to go hang out with them? Like, nope, I gotta work. I gotta set. Sometimes like I actually do, but it's like it really depends on the context of the crowd you're in. Where it's like, families, the people that you don't necessarily want to be around all the time, versus your friends are like the people that you could shoot the shit with, whatever, and that's totally cool. And so that's kind of thing where it's a matter of which public we're talking about.
Yeah, because both my brothers and sister, maybe one of my brothers, I don't mind every now and then. The other one, yeah, whatever, cool. He shows up, it's like a fucking surprise. So sure, let's hang out for a little bit. My sister, fuck her and everybody that looks like her. So I've seen her enough years out of my goddamn life. If she comes over, I live just far enough away from most of my family that it's kind of a trip to come here. But it's not that far in case of an emergency. So if I need to go help them out, I can
just
floor
enough
it
space where there's enough barrier.
Just enough, yep, just there, boom. That they're not going to be like, we're coming over today. No, you're not. I know you're not. You're not driving that far. Just to stay over here? Nah, you'll call it a problem and be like, but we got to go home. Well, cool, get the fuck out. But
I got to go walk my dog. Great, you go walk your dog.
Gotta go do shit. But yeah, but I understand it with the friends part. Like the friends they come over, you want to hang out for a bit. You're like, fuck it, let's just make sure the entire space is just us. Let's chill, shoot the shit, have a couple beers, call it a day. Boom. Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't turn into 3 a.m. We're good, because most of the time they'll come over on a Thursday or something. We're like, you do know I work tomorrow, right? You work from home, assholes. Whatever. I still have to wake up.
Exactly.
I can't sleep in. I gotta at least wake up and show my boss, hey, you know what? I'm here. He's looking for my happy ass. I don't know about your boss, but he's looking for me. Now, in terms of games, are you playing any other games right now? Mobile, console, otherwise?
So I used to be a big PC gamer back in the day, and I'm actually looking at getting excuse me, hopefully I don't hear Rose burp. I'm actually looking at getting a tower, not just for streaming, but in general, and maybe throw some games on there as well. I used to be a big PC gamer back in the day. A lot of first persons, like Counter-Strike is still a big thing that is still around. And I was a big Counter-Strike addict. Like, I could play that for literally all damn day. Morning to night. And then there's different multiplayer games that I play with friends online, do the LAN parties, that kind of stuff. As time went on, I got more into console games, from like PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, etc., Xbox, Halo, that kind of thing. I was typically more of like I did a lot of first-person shooters, but I also enjoyed like action adventure games because, sometimes first-person shooters are like your corridor games. They just you don't go down a hall and you shoot people, which is fun sometimes, and then it gets boring other times. These days, I do have a PS5. I do love a variety of games. I have the Spider-Man game, Miles, which I haven't really played that much of, unfortunately. I have the Guardians of the Galaxy game. I have Uncharted is a big favorite of mine, which is a nice adventure game that's got shooting into it and all that. But kind of console is where I've been more recently days, especially with like pandemic. Like if I was just at home, I was inside and I wanted to play something. And a lot of the shorter games, or a lot of the more, I should say, story-based and like campaign-based games, because they're easier to jump in and out, and I could just, play with. Just play with myself, but like you play the story, you play all that kind of thing. I haven't really done multiplayer in a long time because I feel like you got to be versed in multiplayer. You got to have the skills for that kind of thing. If you just jump in fresh off the boat, you're gonna suck and you're gonna get your ass handed to you, kind of thing. So you got to kind of devote some time to like do a little bit regularly to an extent, I feel like. But like MMORPGs, big RPGs, I don't really do those so much because they take so much time. And it's great that you have a lot of game there. It really is cool. They have so much game there. But I'm not going to be playing a game for 8 or 12 hours a day. That's not going to be me. I past that stage of like playing an entire day's worth. It got to the point where I remember back. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I agree. It's you get to a certain point in life where you go, did I really spend that fucking day playing that entire game and not realizing that you really didn't get far, but you just wanted to get to where you were at the end of that day, and you're going, fuck, man, I was up. I woke up at 8. I probably played, looked a little bit, and boom! Next thing you know, the whole fucking day went by, and you're like,
yeah.
Well, I really don't got too much to do. I just go back to work a little while. This is my day off, so fuck it, I'll play the whole game. And then boom, you go, wow, I really did that a lot. Did I really give up this game for a piece of pussy? Yep, I did. Yep, I did. Yep.
And the question is, at that point, you're like, am I cool with that, or do I need to rethink life? Like, there's two different places to train out there.
Yeah, I look at her and I go, nah, I can't trade it in. Fuck. If I tried to trade that in, I think someone from my family would probably hit me with a truck. I would definitely, I would probably be lost. They'll probably push me down a good 3 or 4 flight of stairs. Be like, deal with that shit yourself. I could see it happening. How did you like Uncharted?
I love it. I thought it was fantastic for 2 reasons. One, the gameplay is very dynamic, and they kept pushing that through the games. Where like Uncharted 4, you actually have different terrain levels that you can go and do. You can go use, and I'm clocking out of work now. I wanted to make sure I got my overtime in, regardless of whether I'm doing shit or not. I got my overtime in. I mean, you got to pay for MSF offers somehow.
Yeah, damn shit.
No, I was hopefully not. But one thing that I loved is Naughty Dog is very great at being cinematic. So they know how to shoot things, they know how to block things, they know how to light things, all that kind of stuff to make it a very cinematic experience. And I personally love that in a video game. I love video games in general, and I love movies. So to mix the two, especially that format, can really have a great mix of those, is much immersive, much more fun and engaging to me. And it's funny because as much as I love the Guardians of the Galaxy game that they did, like I enjoy it because it's Marvel, it's Guardians, whatever. Like you could tell that they don't have that structure of like cinematics, and I could go in through and pick out certain like reasons and details for that. They go to say Uncharted with Naughty Dog, they have all that stuff right there. They have just they have all they have the animations, they have the engine for like lighting and just different simulations. Just like you can go and nerd out and geek out on all the video game stuff, all the technologies. But that's in a sense that's why Uncharted was great, because it was Indiana Jones with a guy that came out of a bar. And they've said that too, that it was based on Indiana Jones because Indiana Jones was such a classic, and they're like, it's Nathan Drake is a guy that just came out of a bar, and it really is great in that sense.
I like the first three. I was playing the first two, and then the third one came out, and I'm like, oh, cool. And then I started playing that one. I didn't get too far in the third one. I saw the fourth drop, and I was like, this is horse shit. I got too many games going on right now, and now they want to come out with this, and I'm just going, yeah, ooh, do I really want to invest a lot of time into that? And then I was looking around, I'm going, how am I going to fit this in? And then my daughter's Kinks is coming up, and I'm like, I really want to play this, because like the story is pretty goddamn good.
Yeah.
I didn't like the premise of the movie, but whatever. They tried. They really tried.
I will say
but
they did, and I will say as much as I wanted, I thought I'd absolutely hate the movie, and there are different things I'm not super fan of. I will say in general, overall, it was primarily the climax of the movie that I thought really captured the spirit of the game, where it was super over the top. I mean, you have two 3,000-year-old boats or whatever. You have two pirate ships that are total skeletons being flown by helicopters, and they're battling each other in the air, and they're fighting each other on the ships. It's so ridiculous, and I think that's exactly how they do it in the game too. It's over the top and ridiculous. It's exactly how they do it in the game too, and it was just fun how like that spirit was there. And again, the movie is not. It's got its downfalls. So yeah, the movie's got its downfalls.
I just can't see Tom Holland doing it. He doesn't have the stature for it. I think when they announced him, I'm just going, okay, cool. That's great that he's young, that he could probably play a couple movies with it, but he is a tiny motherfucker. Drake just has this. No. I know Drake isn't tall, but his body stature just didn't match up for how I would see him coming in.
The odd thing is that usually when they do those roles and they cast those parts, they cast someone older for someone to play that kind of role, and they could just, with makeup and stuff like that, they look more the part. He's playing his age. He's it's like a 20-something, like late 20s, like character, and he's playing his age, which is weird because then when you put him on the screen with the makeup, he looks like he's a teenager, and so
got that look. But
I mean, he would play perfect. He would play a perfect young Drake. For like the backstories, he'd play a perfect young Drake. That'd be great. For the actual prime timeline of it, he does look like too young to do it. The problem is they were coming. I think they were coming off Spider-Man, and Tom Holland was like blowing up with Spider-Man. Everyone loved him, that kind of thing, and we all do. We all love him for that. And so they wanted to put that on a poster for the movie, and I think that's what kind of transpired so much. And they didn't have.
I don't knock them for taking it.
Oh yeah, no, not at all. But I think I do think that they, casting, they could have done some different. I think they could have done something that's more, that they could be in their 40s playing a 30s person, because I think I would say that Nathan Drake is more in his 30s in the games than his 20s, realistically.
Yeah.
And then like early 20s for, say the younger years. I think they do, and I think for like he's like in school. And so he'd be more of like teenager. He wouldn't be 20s, he'd be like teenager. But nonetheless, I think that they should have picked someone like more either late 30s or 40s and portraying someone in their 30s. And that would have been like they'd have the stature, they'd have the look, and it'd be more of an adult rather than a kid playing it.
I mean, it was okay with it. I'm fine with it. I mean, you're blowing up with Spider-Man. They're giving you offers and shit. Take it. Screw it. It's outside, just in case, you know, Marvel goes, you know what? We're done with you for Spider-Man. We're done. At least he's trying to go somewhere else. And I was hoping, I was going, I'm gonna give it that little bit of hope. Just a little bit of hope. And I'm like, you guys squandered that little bit of hope. You guys really did. I don't know why you did, but it just didn't feel.
I still enjoy the movie overall, just because I've seen other adaptations that are just absolute train wrecks, like from start to finish. And I did enjoy the movie to an extent. I'll fully admit that. Again, I don't think Marky Mark was the best, you know, role. I don't think anyone thought he was the best casting for that. But they had decent chemistry for what it was. They did have decent chemistry in the movie for whatever it was. With all that said, I don't think it's ever getting a sequel, because it would have gotten a sequel at this point if they were doing it. so they had their one shot. Something. Yeah, they would have said something at this point. Unless someone tries to resurrect it, in which case, you know, so be it. But I think, you know, they did their one shot and it didn't away. The other problem is the fact that the game is based on a film franchise, based on Indiana Jones and based on other, you know, adventure flicks. So they're trying to create a movie out of a game based already on movies. And so, like, I knew when they were trying to make a film about it, I was like, it's gonna seem like every other action adventure flick. That's, you know, it's gonna seem like in what's her name? I mean, she was a video game character herself. Lara Croft. It's gonna seem like Lara Croft, and then, you know, they made movies out of that. It's gonna seem like National Treasure. It's gonna seem like Indiana Jones, and it's gonna get wrapped into all of those. And it's like, you know, I like it because I'm a fan of the game, but that's not the biggest market you're gonna sell for. So, you know, I think if they were behind, it's just weird that they were trying to do that to begin with. I get what they're trying to do, but it was an odd way to do it.
I mean, they tried, they failed. I mean, it was decent. It was good casting for him because he just wanted to try out something different since he's been doing stuff since, you know, just with Marvel and trying to jump in and whatever. And it's fine, cool. Do what you got to do. Is there a game that's probably coming out that you're going, yep, buying that? Buying that as soon as it says it's ready to go. I'm jumping on that really fast.
Not as much these days. Like, there is Starfield that actually would have been interesting to try out, but I don't have an Xbox or a PC, so I was like physically unable to like even give that a go if I wanted to. But I've just not been, like, the last few years, I've been back into video games a little bit more just from being home more. But for a while, I wasn't even doing games all that much at all because I was doing other things. Like, I wasn't even all that much in MSF originally because I was on about other things and it didn't pull me in right away. And so it's just been like, I haven't really been super into video games in a long time. Because my life kind of just changed around from back in the day. Like, back in the day, I was big into it, and then becoming more of an adult, I was doing other things that weren't video game based. So these days, it's been kind of getting back into that. And again, it's more console based, more because I spent money on consoles, and I'm like, well, I'll make use of the consoles. But there's not really been a big game right now that's been like agging on me, just because I haven't even played that much of my PlayStation. So, but yeah, there's not really been anything major that I could think of. There's definitely games that I'll, you know, say, oh, that looks cool, you know, that looks interesting. You know, people playing like Assassin's Creed, and I can, you know, admire it as, you know, a gamer, as someone who's been a gamer, I can admire it, and kind of watch as an observer, that kind of thing. But I haven't jumped into a whole lot these days.
Let's see, what do we got? What Marvel character is your favorite?
For a long while, it was Star-Lord. For a long while, it was Star-Lord, just because I love the first movie. I had like a cosplay and kind of costume for it. I started as like a Halloween costume, and then I kind of amped it up more to like a cosplay. I would do Comic-Con with friends, And so, Comic-Con, you had you had all the comic book stuff, you had all the people dressing up, and so I was like, oh yeah, that's fun, that looks cool. And I was just so big into that, into Guardians, that it was definitely my favorite character for a long while. And then, kind of, as an offshoot, kind of thought at the moment, Doctor Strange is really cool in terms of like doing something different with, say, comics in the MCU was, magic based. And so instead of having all of like superpowers and like, mutant genes, it was, magic based. And like, how do you do that in a grounded way? Like, you have all these rules that you're creating and breaking and then doing it in a grounded way. So that was kind of interesting. But now that I say mutant, obviously there's X-Men is a big favorite. You have Professor X, you have Wolverine. Those are all huge favorites. So there's that too. Professor X. You're like, did I say it a lot? Did I say it a lot? But yeah, so there's those, and you had Patrick Stewart playing Professor X, who was fantastic at it, and then you had McAvoy doing it. And then it was funny. I was just watching Deadpool with family, and he goes, which timeline is the McAvoy or Stewart? Is this getting confusing? I'm like, yeah, it does get a little confusing, doesn't it?
It does a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah. And they had Days of Future Past where it's like, we're going to combine the two. And I'm like, all right, that looks cool. And you're like, you watch, you're like, well, the idea was cool anyway. That was cool.
Okay, so favorite DC character?
DC is hard because I've watched different stuff for DC. I've watched the animated DC. Everyone says Batman, of course, because he's the big grounded character, and I could even just say that as the baseline. I will say I did originally love Superman because I was huge into Smallville, and
yes.
During my high school days, Smallville was awesome, it was amazing, and I was just living through Tom Welling as being one of the best like growing Superman. So that's I kind of like loved Superman kind of at originally, and when everyone's like, oh, he's terrible, he's awful, like he's this and the other, and I'm like, but he's a good guy. Right. But I get the riffraff where he's like the Boy Scout that can only be taken down by like kryptonite, and they always use kryptonite, that kind of thing, and I get it. But yeah, I mean, I loved Clark Kent. Growing up, I love Smallville. I love Smallville kind of growing up, so that was kind of my big go-to. But Batman's also awesome, of course.
Now, okay, so you got me with this one because I loved Smallville. I loved the way they tried to bring in the characters from other previous Superman shows or whatever, or any DC shows, and they tried to give them like a character or something in there. And the moment I saw Christopher Reeve, I was just like, oh, this was back when I was walking. This was not when I was fucking in the chair. So fuck all y'all. I know someone's gonna say something. So this is back before then, because I was a fucking kid. Yeah, I was a fucking kid. So we're watching this, and we were just like, wow. And like at the moment, it didn't matter where we were in the house. The moment we heard the intro, we're going, fuck, we're late. We missed it. We missed something. It already started. So we had a bum rush all the way to the living room. Hopefully we could slide onto the floor really fast and be like, this is my spot. Stay away. We're watching Smallville. Nobody say nothing. And it was like a cool little family thing because we all at first were just like, fuck Lex Luthor. He's an ass. And then you're like, wow, he's really goddamn good. Like, he is really good. Like, ooh, like, I don't know if anybody else can compete with this type of evil that just comes that you could just feel is coming, and you knew, and then you finally saw it, and you're like, oh, yeah, he wasn't fucking around, was he? He wasn't fucking around. Nope, don't mess with him.
Michael Rosenbaum did a fantastic job of being Lex Luthor in embodying like that. You want to like him, you want to feel for him, you want Clark Kent to be his friend, you want Clark Kent to ally with him, and they had that like bromance, but then they had that thing where he had a secret, and Lex knew there was something going on. So on the surface, they were cool, but deep down, they were brewing up. But Michael Warzone was a big fan of Favorite because he did so well. And it was funny because I've actually watched some of his podcasts. He has he has a podcast and he has a YouTube series. I forget what it's called, but you can easily look it up. And he actually, he's had, Smallville people on, but he's also talked about, different set experiences here and there. And it's funny because he's a guy that naturally has hair, and so he had to shave and go bald consistently for the role. And so I believe, like, he mentioned, like, hair and makeup had to constantly, make him look really, smooth and really good, because every time he had to go and shave, like, he'd get like little nicks and stuff, like trying to make sure you stay bald, but he'd get little nicks and stuff. So hair and makeup had to constantly like patch up to make sure that that didn't show through. But yeah, he was great. And also it was funny, I didn't know that what's her name? I want to say Chloe. Yeah, the character Chloe, but Allison Mack, who played Chloe, I didn't realize that things went down with her. I didn't realize that. I felt bad hearing about that.
When you start reading about that NXIVM shit, and then you just go, were you just not hugged or loved by anybody that they didn't tell you not to be this stupid? Like, I was just we caught it. We caught it on YouTube for like a couple little things or whatever, and we're like, what's this NXIVM thing? Why is her face on there? Ooh, let's fucking watch this. And we're watching it, and I'm going, did this like, how can you convince? You got to be really good at convincing a lot of people to let me grab said thing and then brand you with this motherfucker. And not only brand you, but brand you with my initials. And me and you're only fucking me. And you're only fucking me, and I'm gonna fuck this girl, because we are all branded and you're all mine. But hey,
I disagree.
Women empowerment.
I disagree. I think it can be very easy for various people who are very malleable, and they could be, they think there's an opportunity coming their way. So like, okay, great, I'll take this new opportunity that looks interesting, and they may have they may seem like in the moment it's going to seem like a great idea, and from any third party you're probably going to see that there's a big dark cloud coming over them. They're not going to notice that. They're going to see what's in front of them, but you're going to see this big cloud draping over. They're going, uh-oh, what is she getting into? And she's not going to know the difference. And I think she was just easily talked into it and didn't realize. I mean, I don't know. I don't know her or anything like that. Like, I have no idea. But I can very easily see someone getting talked into it. Just and I think weren't they kids too? Like, more or less. Like they weren't older people. Well,
they got them at that age because they couldn't do anything with it. They couldn't sign anything or whatever. But these guys like signed contracts and shit and did all this stuff to where you are under his guise. But it was meant as this women empowerment thing, like we're trying to empower people or something like that.
Oh, was it? Okay, I don't even know. I don't know what it was at the time. So
yeah, it was. That's how they put people in. Where look, we're trying to motivate people. You know, we want to get you empowered to think this certain way. And then like some of the ladies that went in there, they were like, it was really good at first until you get to the later stages of, oh, you're just so programmed now that you're gonna do whatever he says. And that's it. And if he wants you to buy this, you're going to do it. If he wants you to do this, you're going to do it. I don't care what you think. And guess what? Tonight, you're the main course and you ain't got a choice. We were just like, wow. Holy shit. And then like the cast for Smallville was like, she would try to invite us, but we're like, nah, we're good. I'm good. I'm empowered already, bitch. We're on a TV show. Who gives a fuck? But she recruited a lot of these women and I'm going, this really spread, like, holy shit. And then she went to jail. He's off and gone and went to jail. And now she's out somewhere. And I'm going, you probably can't even take phone calls because you're probably afraid someone's going to be like, you next to him. Blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't know. Maybe back in the
interesting
70s or 80s seems interesting, but nowadays with technology and stuff, you need to calm your shit down with this cult bullshit because everybody could see it right away. Right.
Yeah, but
away.
I think back then was still the start of like that was still like the birthing days of social media. And so I think that was still kind of pre a lot of that stuff. Nowadays, like with Ezra Miller and stuff like that, like you hear that fast. Like you hear that the next day and you know about it. You hear the report, you see all things like that stuff doesn't flow anymore. I think back then that was back when like you had MySpace and Facebook wasn't even fully taken off yet, and like I think a lot of that stuff was still early days for a variety of the social media communications things. So it was still a little bit more easier to indoctrinate people, not knowing like what was going on. That's just my speculation, but yeah.
Yeah, if you really
I
want to
feel
get
like I had a train of thought there.
Just look up Allison Mack on YouTube. You'll find a shitload of videos on it. You'll probably find the whole like 2 or 3 hour documentary of it, and you watch it and you just go, holy shit, like wow. And then I just go, you know what? I'm gonna keep empowering that little girl right over there to make sure she ain't ever following a trap for none of this, nothing like that. Like, nope, we don't need none of that. Don't need none of that. But now, looking on the great side, have you seen a couple of them at like, well, at least in videos or on conventions or stuff, or like when they were on Michael Rosenboom's couple of YouTube things or whatever, his podcast, whatever. Kristen Currick doesn't look like she aged at all.
No, she is really well. She's also
girl.
Asian too.
I'm like, damn, girl, you do not look like you aged at all. Like, you could see the one little wrinkle, but the moment she doesn't smile or she moves away, the wrinkle's gone. You're like, you could literally just stand in for yourself on a green screen for playing your same role, and you would still look the same.
And Tom Williams still looks great. He was on the CW crossovers. You know, he was on those.
Oh yeah, he was. So, he still had that big stature for it. And I'm just like,
it was. You know, it's funny because when they had a photo of him and the other guy that they cast as the new one, I was like, the new guy? No, sorry, dude, you're not cutting it. Not for me anyway. You're not cutting it. Like Tom Welling, you still got it, man. You still it.
He's a huge freaking, that big brawn guy, and then you got
he had that
Tyler
big
looking at him
football
like
field. Football field.
Like, come on.
Tell you, Tyler is just.
I do like him in Superman and Lois. I really do.
Oh yeah, I mean he's got the personality for it for sure. He's got the personality. Yeah. Like
he's got it.
I guess I haven't even watched the show, but like when he was on like Supergirl and stuff like that, like he had the personality for it for sure. Like. Bar none. But it was just a matter of like the actual physical stature just was,
Fuck you, Hydras. Yeah, if you watch they're at the end of the third season now. The fourth season will start soon. But those 3 seasons, they take Superman through a nice little arc where you're just like, well, shit, never really had that happen to him before. Okay, this is interesting because it's a different take, and I like the different take. It's bad that COVID hit and just messed up all that shit that was supposed to happen after Crisis. I was so looking forward to having all these crossovers, and they were talking about it. They're like, characters are going to appear on each other's shows. This is going to be crazy because they're all on one world now, except for Stargirl. So maybe, and we're still gonna jump over there too. And then COVID hit and said, nope, you guys ain't having shit. Nothing. You guys get all separate seasons, all unaware of each other. You guys can't even talk to each other. And I'm just like, they could get a guest star from like one of the smaller actors. They're not doing shit. They could do that just to keep it. And then they're like, no, we'll just throw Diggle around everywhere and not give him nothing to do in the end. We're not going to build him up for something and then just take it away. We're not going to do that. No, of course not. And they did. So fuck them.
I think the problem is with the shows, the crossovers were their big selling point after a while because individually, like, first of all, CW in a nutshell, especially after Smallville, was very young adult. It was very much that kind of crowd. They had, what is it? A Little Liars. They had Secret Circle. they had a bunch of those, and it's just CW in a nutshell was very young adult. And again, Smallville worked because it was in high school, and even in college. Okay, you know, they can still push that. And unfortunately, Smallville needed to end because the moment they kept pushing outside of like college and like he's becoming an adult, they would never they wouldn't push him to Superman. Like they didn't have the rights, they didn't want him to be Superman, they couldn't do it. They like it wasn't like basically it was like it's not Smallville anymore, it's now Superman. They wouldn't like it's almost like you could just roll the show into a new one maybe, but they wouldn't do it. But I think the problem with the new shows is, and I remember watching The Flash, Supergirl, Black Lightning, Arrow, all those, and especially the Flash was fun to tune into. But a variety of those were good shows, solid shows. But then with the whole young adult thing, is they started just it got ridiculous with the drama, and I was like, this is no longer like a comic book show. It's just a bunch of drama and a bunch of characters that have their own issues going on, and they're blaming. Like, remember with Arrow would always blame himself for everything. Like, this is my fault. It's always my fault. Like, dude, this is the 500th time you've said that. Like, stop screwing up or don't blame yourself. One of the two. Pick one. And I remember the Flash. I remember the moment I really couldn't do any more for the Flash when it was the arc when like the Flash vanishes or he died. I think it was like he vanished into mystery, and I think something that he was going to be like he was going to be beaten or something like that. But it was this newest thing where he just vanishes or something, and they started building up their own team with it was basically the lab friends that were all gaining superpowers.
Oh yeah,
and you know, and then it got to a point where between Iris and Flash, it got to a point where it's like, well, we shouldn't tell anyone because they're all dealing with a lot right now. Like we don't want them to be stressed out any more than they already are. And then the end of the episode was like, Iris like, you know what? I have a tummy. I have a bad tummy now. I'm not feeling good about this anymore. We should tell the group about what's going on. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like that's the reason you're going for? Nothing to do with the fact that like the Flash is gonna end. We should do it because you're having a tummy ache about this? Like, are you kidding me? And it's just all this. And then they also had the daughter who was the most naive little girl in the world, like born out of whatever time reversal that they had going. Yeah. What is it? Jackie Kennedy Parker, something like that. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I like her as an actress, but just the character was like, she was like a teenager in like a college form or something. And there were just so many things going on where it was like, you know, it's all this young adult vibe that I'm like, I don't like make this an adult thing. Like this is an adult character. This is an adult. The Flash is an adult character, and like the whole arc is what I'm trying to get. Is the arc, the idea of the whole format of the show. But the one thing I did like was like Legends of Tomorrow. That was it, and that was a fun show. With just it was almost like the DC version of like Guardians of the Galaxy, where it's a bunch of misfits just screwing up and bouncing between this, that, and the other, and it was fun. And even that one kind of went downhill eventually because I don't remember what all went down, but that one kind of went downhill too.
They lost their writing the way they were trying to go with that.
Yeah,
I liked it. I thought it was probably going to go downhill when they had that huge Bebo pop up. And I'm just like, oh well, this shit's going on. This shit's going crazy to where we're all gonna join and we're gonna do like the Power Rangers or Voltron. Oh nope, we're not. We're just gonna have a giant bear come out of nowhere. Oh, there he is. Yeah. The giant bear is gonna beat the evil demon and shit will go great. And yep, he beat the demon. Fuck. And I was like, yeah, this isn't. It was hilarious at the time, but then I thought about it, going, yeah, this should have never happened. It really shouldn't have.
I think all those shows gradually to the point where you don't realize at the time that it's really kind of falling off because you stayed with it and it's been a gradual thing, and then later on you're like, oh my god, that was just terrible. Like after you've had that break from watching all of it, if they had that break, you're like, oh yeah, in hindsight that was stupid.
Yeah, just I don't know what we were thinking, but we did it, so we're running with it. Fuck it, let's just keep running with it. I don't know. I was happy when they did the crossovers, the actual crossover event. That part felt good.
Yeah, those were fun. Those are cool.
Felt great. But the overall seasons themselves, you were just like, do I got to put up with it till I get to the next one, or am I gonna miss something?
The other part with the overall seasons was the fact that those were the old format of like the 24 episodes, and that's one of the things where they had an arc that they were just stretching out over 24 episodes. If they had dimmed the format down to like say 10 or 12 episodes, like the content for those shows would have been so much more efficient. I'm trying to think of the better term. It would have been so more efficient, where instead of having like basically you have a bunch of filler episodes, and you finally get to an episode where like the story actually went somewhere, and then you go back to their film, and then went back to another episode, and then it was like if you just cut out 12 episodes, you'd have a full season of 12 episodes. You'd have half the 24, and you'd actually have one full season of just a good story. But the old format standard to go.
It wasn't. Yeah, by the time they learned
exactly. By the time they figured that out, it was too late. Yeah.
Because they're like, what if we just cut up the season in half? So we'll have we'll have a villain for this half, and then we'll have another villain that'll just pop out of nowhere for no fucking reason, right here at the other half. And hopefully he's good enough to take us to the next season. We're gonna pray it works. Shit, it didn't work. So we're gonna plan on Crisis bringing us back and getting us the.
Yeah, we're gonna put in another crossover because we gotta write the ship again.
Yep, and I'll admit it. The crossovers, even the price. What was that? Crisis of what was that? Planet X. I think it was one of them. The one right before, Elseworlds. That one was interesting because it was just all their bad people, and then you got Elseworlds, which was fucking hilarious. That was a good take on it. Switching them up for a little bit. That was good to have them play each other's role. And then Crisis was good right until the end. There was no reason for him to be for him to just go, I'm going to be huge and you ain't going to do shit. I don't need you to get bigger. There should be a good battle here with some evil enemies. Stress enemies. Oh, no, we don't got the budget for that. We're just going to make one big tall guy.
Yeah, exactly. We're just circumventing that whole part.
Yeah, we're just going to make one tall guy.
We got a bunch of problems. We're going to circumvent this whole issue by just doing that. We're going to cut right through the good stuff and go right to that.
Well, I mean, DC... If DC actually just said, fuck it, and let me make a movie based on one of their animation movies, they would be perfect. But they don't. They don't take that criticism and run with it because the animated movies are amazing. The animated movies are on point. They always hit everything. Animated. You're just like, oh my god. Oh my, well, some, but in terms of DC's animated movies hit it on point, and it's like, I know exactly how Flashpoint will end in this movie.
Yeah,
I know exactly how it will end. If you make this exact fucking movie with real people, that movie will sell. Just make it exactly like this. Put all the CGI into it, however it was made however it looked in that cartoon, and make just that, and you will make $1 billion fucking dollars. No, we won't. Here at the WB, we do our own fucking thing, and we give it to writers that have no fucking clue what the fuck they're doing.
We're gonna write Flashpoint after we've now killed the contract for all the main characters in Flashpoint.
Yeah, that's right. Even though, like, that whole thing could have been, it would have been wonderful to see them at different points and stuff and have all them interacted with it. But no, don't get me wrong. Michael Keaton, good fucking draw. The way they used him, I feel like they underused him. And it just didn't feel like satisfying. I don't know, something about it just didn't feel satisfying with Michael Keaton's Batman. Because
that wasn't supposed to be the Batman in that version. He's supposed to go down, but it's because he is a torn apart version of Batman that just that isn't the Burton version. Like, Burton had that classic Batman from Keaton, and so they poured that over, but that's not the Batman from Flashpoint. And so the problem is it doesn't feel satisfying because it's not the same character, it's not the same arc. So it just, you have that ending where it's like, all right, we used them, and pretty much they used it because he was the only marketing tool they really had for the movie. After that, it all fell apart. Like Ezra, it depends on that depends person to person to person. Some people were like, yeah, it's fine. Some people were like, F that shit. So it all depended. And like with everything else, like you don't have Aquaman, you don't have Wonder Woman, you don't have this, that, and the other, and it's like, what else are you gonna sell the movie with?
Oh wait.
I mean, you can
duplicate copy of Ezra. That's what you'll sell in the movie.
Exactly. That's what we're gonna sell. Exactly. Yeah, we're gonna have 2 Flashes in the movie. We'll sell it on that, or we'll sell it on bringing in a brand new character, Supergirl, who wasn't also in the original story, but we're gonna throw her in there because we don't have an alternate version of Henry Cavill we can use.
Pretty much, because we pissed him off. Because, hey, you know what? We're not going to make another Superman with the motherfucker that really looks like fucking Superman. So, yeah, we'll get CG
The guy who has all the
Superman.
potential. Yeah.
I'll admit, when I saw Nick Cage pop up for a second, I was like, oh, okay, wasn't expecting that. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
It did look pretty good. Granted, you gave this motherfucker hair, but whatever. Who cares? He had hair in that little edit thing that they had up with his
like
little
the character. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He did hair there too. Yeah, that was him.
That was pretty.
That was
the
original.
But it was just like it didn't really hit where it. That was pure fan service. It could have been a little bit more, but it was still just fan service. The movie was trying to push fan service a lot, but you have Michael Keaton there that could probably carry the entire fucking movie. And then, I don't know, the bigger send-off. I think that's what I was looking for, like a bigger send-off. You're going to kill this motherfucker and just leave? Oh, well.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Okay. That's exactly what you wanted, was a bigger send-off. That's exactly what you were looking for. And no, they were just going to cut his arc. And then, we're just going to lop off his arc right now.
Oh, wait, I got to chase myself. Bye. Oh. Damn.
Yeah, exactly.
Left your legacy from back in the day on the floor there. Okay, cool. Whatever. I don't know. It's just DC to me. I was just like, Blue Beetle. That looked funny-ish, not in a good way. That flopped like a motherfucker. That shit just.
Well, and the thing is, I actually know a little bit of Blue Beetle only because I watched Young Justice, and so I knew of the character a bit. And it's I like that they did something different in terms of it. It was more lighthearted. It had actual color to it. It had ethnicity to it, all that kind of stuff. It had some good stuff to it, but it's not the core Young Justice people. He was like a B-list Young Justice member that they were giving a spotlight to it, and I don't mind the idea of that necessarily, but it's just more of like, they're throwing in all these random weird ideas to try to do things with, and it's just like more left field movies. Like, all right, I mean, I like the movie for what it is, but there's no real plan behind it. We're not going to throw him into the mix of all the other Young Justice. We're just going to have him do his thing. That's it. Maybe we'll bring him back.
It kind of feels like all the Transformers movies. We're going to keep doing Transformers movies till one of these fucking directors does it perfectly right. Oh, wait. It was looking pretty good with Bumblebee. Maybe we'll go kind of in that direction just a little bit. Oh, it felt decently after the next. Oh, this last one, not too fucking bad. Really, not too bad. They finally got a Transformer movie that actually did decently. I thought I didn't think it covered a lot, but not a lot in detail for the average moviegoer. Somebody that was into Transformers, knew about Transformers, you were like, oh shit, that's cool, but they wouldn't know about the backstory to a bunch of this shit. Like, I don't feel like explaining a bunch of shit that I don't want to explain a lot of this shit to the two people sitting next to me because I'm too busy enjoying this shit. So it's just like, but they found a format that was edible by the public. because people went to actually see the shit. So, well, Bumblebee wasn't bad. It just wasn't great, but they were trying something different. And then they tried it again. And they tried something different again, but in a different... They didn't just keep going like the Michael Bay way and with it, where they were just making Transformer movies just to have them. So... It was a very different setup. I think
Bumblebee as a film works compared to the Transformers that are just like...
Yeah.
A hodgepodge of a billion mechanical parts all fighting each other. Like, we don't even know what the characters are. They're just a bunch of super high, compact, like complex parts that just are mangling and killing each other. I mean, if you go back and watch like Transformers like 4 and 5, all the bad guys, they all look the same. You don't know one from the other because they all look generally the same.
Yeah.
And you also don't give a shit about any of them because they all look generally the same. And they're all the same flat, like, I don't like humans and I don't like Earth, and so we're gonna kill everyone. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. I think Bumblebee was a change. They actually had some heart and soul into it. They actually had, and you actually enjoyed having a person with Bumblebee. And with this movie, I'm like, you have two elaborate human character storylines I don't fucking care about, going for like 30 minutes straight, and I'm like, I don't fucking care. If you want to have a Transformers movie with primarily Transformers, go for it. You know, give it a shot. But if you're gonna throw in a big human element to it, you better give me a reason to care. And it's like, no, I don't. I just don't. Just get to the Transformers. Like, that's what you made it for. Get to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of franchise. I understand why Shia was kind of popular with it, but by the third one, you were just like,
yeah, by the third one you didn't care anymore.
Yeah, make a fourth one with him. I don't know if I'm gonna give a shit. I really don't. I don't think Wahlberg was the best choice, but
at that point, you kind of like didn't mind Wahlberg because everything else was so flat that he actually popped a little bit more. You didn't care about anything else. It kind of, at least in my, it kind of goes back to the fact that the first Transformers was actually a decent movie overall, and so the human part of it, the Transformer part of it, it meshed well. They both had their startups. Like, I mean, they all had their kind of reveals from being a Terran-based device, whether it's a car or a helicopter, to being this alien machine creature, and it was really fucking cool. And you have them all interacting with humans, and you're like, oh my god, these humans have no idea what's going on. I don't know what's going on. We're all learning from the beginning. It was cool. And then it got to the point where you're like, I don't care about the humans, but we're going to throw them back in with the machines. And then now I also don't care about the machines either. And so the problem is, as it went, it became less of caring about whatever was on screen anymore. You didn't care about Chia all that much, and you didn't even care about the Transformers all that much because the movies were just falling apart as they were going. But yeah, I think it just, people like Shia because the original movie was actually decent, and so the starting characters were actually good, and then after a while it all just tumbled apart.
Yeah. How would you feel? I don't know how they would do this, but then again, as long as it doesn't go the route of Cats, how would you feel about a Thundercats movie, a live-action Thundercats movie, or do we just say fuck it, go on the route of like the last Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, like go into that type of movie route and see how that plays out?
I will say animation always has a way you could do things very cool and different than live action. Into the Spider-Verse has absolutely proven that, from having, a version of animation that you cannot do with live action. You cannot give a sort of that's you can give live action treatment. I will say for Thundercats, you could do it either way. You could do the animation version. There's always a way to do it. If you have a good art direction for it, you could do it. You could do live action if you have a good vision for it. And yeah, I wouldn't do it the way of Cats, but you could. I'm trying to think if there's any reference to a more human animal that's not the island of Dr. Moreau. And there really is not many, if at all. There's very few good references for that. But I would say it's not impossible. It's never impossible. It's just a matter of having someone who can look at the characters and translate them in a good way that's not losing sight of. You don't jump into Uncanny Valley. You don't try to make them super humanoid. You got to find that good match. You don't want to do the live action TMNT where we're going to try to make turtles as humanoid as we can make them, and then they look really weird, and we don't need humanoid turtles.
Yeah, we don't need them to try that. I
think live action could go well. It's better.
If it was live action, personally, I would not show it on any trailer for where he's actually activating the sword. But I swear to God, I could see my brother standing up right there when he's finally doing it, just going, ho, just screaming it out loud like a fucking little girl. And I'd be like, you know what? If I could stand, I probably would do the same fucking thing too. Fuck it. Right. Like, shit. We heard it every Saturday waiting for these cartoons to come on, but we get to see it where somebody actually plays them, but actually has a stature for it. Fuck it. I'm going all in. I'm gonna say it. Fuck it. I'll go to my mom's house and be like, hey, where the fuck's that sword at? I know you kept it. Let me just get the sword just so I can take it. You know where we're going. Just come on. And just go and just have a blast. I think one of the
best things they could do is show bits of it, or show, like first act kind of things for it, and have the idea of the transformation, like have parts of the audio never shown in the trailer, but have parts of the audio like as a teaser for the end of the trailer, and know that it's there. It's in the movie, and maybe it sounds great, and they can work on the aesthetics through all production and post, that kind of thing. But know that they need to test out the audio for it. They need to make sure it lands real well, and have that there, tease the hell out of the audience, and then just make sure that, and then have that for the marketing. You don't need to show the whole thing. You don't need to show all the movie. You have the fan base there. It'll sell itself. You don't need to overshow everything, but definitely have a test audience. Have, I don't know, fans, whoever you need to do to give it a visual test to say, yeah, that works. It looks great. It works great. Do that. They'll love it, and then send it out to theaters. And then if everyone loves it, boom, and you've done it to the point where it's everyone's seeing it for the first time in theaters, and it's such a big experience then and there. Then to just show the whole thing on a trailer, and then say if it's like a work in progress, you're gonna have fans hating anyway. If it's just a work in progress and it's not really developed well, they're gonna laugh at the trailer and say, "Fuck this! I'm not going to theater. I'll see it maybe in stream. I'll torrent it. I'll do whatever." They're not gonna care. It'll bomb before it goes. I mean,
I wouldn't want it CGI Hydrus like Avatar. It would have to be live action, and exactly like Chuck said, Ron Perlman as the Beast. When you looked at him in his makeup, he looked like a fucking beast. And that was decades ago, and the makeup on him was just like, holy shit.
You mean like Hellboy?
Is crazy. Yeah, he played Hellboy, but back then he was playing Beauty and the Beast on a TV show, and it was like, oh,
Beauty and Beast. I didn't know he played Beauty and Beast.
Yeah, they had a Beauty and the Beast TV show with what's her face from the Terminator, the main character from Terminator 1 and 2. Linda Hamilton?
Linda Hamilton?
Yeah, Linda Hamilton was. They had this weird. It was a weird ass show, and I the only reason I remember it is because of Ron Perlman.
Interesting.
And my parents loved that show. They would watch that bitch like crazy, and you just looked at him going, he looks like a freaking beast, and it was like, oh wow. And then later on, I finally learned who it was. Oh, this was a long time ago, dude. My parents loved this fucking show.
80s, 90s?
Late 80s.
Well, 90s isn't bad as.
I think it was
90s isn't that old, but I can see late 80s. Like that.
It was.
Now I'm kind of curious.
I don't know if the show was any good, but the makeup on him was.
Yeah, that's I'm kind of curious to see visually what that looks like now.
Hold on, here. Come on, fool, pop up.
I also might need to do an intermission
Well,
because
you can pop.
I've
off for a
been
second.
drinking through this coffee, so it's running through me real quick now.
Let me bring this up for a second. I will put this here. All right, where are you? Where are you so I can open it up? You can look at it. That's transparent one. You. I don't know if it's going to show big on screen. No, it's not. But it don't matter. Yes, it can.
Oh, I feel like I've seen this before. Okay, yes, I've seen that. I've seen that before. Just
like
long
this is
time ago.
1980s shit. Like
Yeah.
1990s, 1980s.
Yeah.
Like he looks like a beast, and
Yes,
holy
he does.
crap.
Yeah, it looks
Like, how do
really
you-
good for that era. It
For
looks
that
really good
era.
for that era.
Now, if they could
Yeah.
do that, they could do some
Exactly.
Thundercats. They could do some Thundercats.
Exactly. That's
that'll
what I'm saying.
probably
Like, you
be
can
like,
do it.
"Ooh."
There's definitely a way to do it.
Yes, the original.
You just got to get the
Planet of
right
Apes.
team.
The right makeup artist,
You
the
gotta get
right team for it. You're just
The
gonna
right
have to be a
direction,
little,
or the right.
little comfortable with some tails coming out of your ass, but you'll be fine, people. You'll be fine. Thundercats will come.
It'll be
you'll
furry
be fine.
heaven.
Yep. It'll be perfect. You know what? And then
Those
fuck it. Since
costumes
Kelsey
will
Grammer
sell
was
like
Beast
hotcakes.
before, he could be. Wait.
That's
yeah,
true.
I know.
They've done Beast. That's
Yep.
true.
He did Beast already, so he's all right with it. I mean, it's just I would love Thundercats in some way, shape, or form. They keep saying they're gonna bring it
Oh,
back,
yeah.
and then you keep hearing it, and then you never see it. So it's like, But
It's probably
if you
because
have
it's the
to-
project that gets passed around and no one wants to touch it at a certain point because it takes the right look. Like you can't just do anything with it. You got to do it the right look, the right way. You know.
yeah, the right way for it, whatever. But I mean, hopefully somebody will come up and be like, yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Otherwise, it's more like, you guys don't have the balls, huh? Like, come on. There's got to be somebody out there that wants to take the Thundercats to the next level and make some money. Because there are a whole bunch of
Yes.
fucking nerds out there that grew up on them and, like, give us Thundercats. Even if it's animated, just give us Thundercats. You went Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles all over the place. Thundercats. All you got to do. Boom.
All right, I'm gonna take a quick break because otherwise I'm gonna.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. But I don't know. They did they did the Smurfs, and the Smurfs weren't that great to begin with anyway. That wasn't the most intriguing of movie, I guess. That really wasn't that type of movie with it. And then they gave us two of them. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking about there. They could have left that alone. They really could have left it alone. I was fine with just the one. How'd you feel about Sonic in Sonic 2? I don't know how I feel about that one. That one was ish, I guess. Just a little ish. It wasn't what I was expecting, but happened anyway, so I think it's more of a I don't know. Oh wow. Haven't seen the second. The first one was okay. I did like the fact that they did change Sonic around to where you could go with it, but I'm out on some Sonic. I mean, the first drafts were where you looked at Sonic, you were like, yeah, they're really trying to make him look human. Like, why don't you just leave him as Sonic? And then they held back that freaking movie for a good minute, and then they're like, oh, well, now we fixed it. So here you go. Here's your Sonic. Call it a day. No biggie. Don't worry about that. But it was, yeah, whatever. It is what it is, I guess. I don't know. I think it's best video game movies have been Sonic and Detective Pikachu. I didn't mind Pikachu. It was pretty interesting. I wasn't the greatest. The first Sonic was eh. Did anybody like the recent Mario Brothers movie? That was filled with a lot of Easter eggs. I think that's what made it a little bit better, was the Easter eggs. And I was like, oh, I gotta stop this and back this up because that's fucking that's hilarious. This is crazy. Yeah, it's just the movie was okay. There was a lot of Easter eggs in it, and you're just laughing your ass off. But then you're trying to go, wait, you don't understand these references because you didn't experience them. Like, you don't understand what we're talking about, girl. You need to calm down because these things were hilarious. Yep, the member berries. That stupid one inside the where they were lost at, or where they were stuck in the jail, where that one dude was just super negative about everybody. We're all gonna die. You're gonna get hung. And we're like, God damn, you guys, you basically just preparing to die. Jesus Christ. Like, wow, okay. I mean, I like the ATM. The ATM was a freaking the button for the coins, and you're just like, bing, bing. Like, seriously, it's a fucking ATM. What is this? This movie, yeah, that was a dark ass character. That was a dark character. Like, you're expecting, you got, sure, there's Bowser in it and whatever, blah, blah. And there's, the Goombas and the freaking witch or whatever. And the dude, the magician or whatever. And then you got this dark ass dude just spitting nonsense. And you're like, wow, you're really dark. You guys don't really give no fucks here. Okay, cool. That's fine. I guess go with it, I guess. I don't know. That was pretty... But I'd watch it again for a lot of the Easter eggs. Because there was a lot of Easter eggs all over the place. Background stuff on like the walls and shit. And it was like, oh, well, we got this. Like, this is a pretty fun movie. But, watch it with my son. It definitely... Yeah, something... I don't want to say it's like super great, Arrows. But it was just a movie where it did give a lot of... I want to say it gave a lot of nostalgia. I'll say that. It did give a lot of nostalgia. Hi, how you doing? You back, huh?
Yeah. Oh, who did the takeout?
Yeah, well, I brought up... We were talking about the Mario Brothers movie recently, and then... the new Mortal Kombat. The new Mortal Kombat was... Fuck, man.
Which new one?
Mortal Kombat 1.
Wait, the game? Or the movie? Oh.
Game. Oh my god, man.
Oh, the game, okay.
Have you played it or heard anything about it yet, or no?
No.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, we saw bits and pieces of a trailer, months ago. And then next thing you know, it's like, hey, it's coming out in September or whatever, and boom, it comes out, and I would say the storyline it slapped me in the face, and I was like, I don't really know if I want to participate in watching this bullshit. And then you actually pay attention to some of it, and you're going, these motherfuckers are smart as hell. They're really smart, and I think it works. It really does work, and there's like 4 to 5 hours of a lot of the cutscenes and stuff that give out a lot of information that I was like, wow, holy shit, do I really want to watch all this? I didn't watch the whole fucking thing. I skimmed through the damn thing because I was like, let me just get closer towards the end, but at least see something with it. And I was like, I think I might play this fucking game. This is looking pretty goddamn good. The game itself looks solid. Game itself looks pretty goddamn good.
The beauty of Mortal Kombat is you don't need to reinvent the game. Like, you just update it, you add some tweaks to it. Because I used to play it on Sega Genesis. I mean, you had it on the arcades. I had it on Sega, the old consoles. And like, that thing had its crowd then. And, you don't need to, through the decades, through the years, it never really changed because you didn't need to. It didn't need to. So now it's a matter of being even, they would up the gore, that kind of thing is what it was. They did update the combat in a particular way where you're like, okay, this is an interesting upgrade, and it makes you want to play a little bit more to see how you get it. But yet again, just like we did before,
you better learn those fucking moves, because if you don't do it right, it ain't working. You're screwed. You have to learn those moves, otherwise you're done. That's it. And I wish this was available in a like an old arcade version. Like, fuck it, someone make it to where it's on a TV screen in a little box. Play it with a couple of, you know, the actual old school controllers, and knock that out.
Yeah.
That would feel amazing with it. But the game itself, I thought was okay. I think I might want to get that. And then my daughter was like, we might want to. It's not looking too bad, but not too bad.
I might look into that. See what it's like. I assume it's on all platforms.
Yeah, it's all over
Usually
the
is.
place. It's all over the place. The only other game that we're looking at that looks, well, it's not similar to it, but is how familiar are you with the movie Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
I'm not that familiar, but I definitely have a share of that kind of genre. So, not surprised.
So Killer Clowns.
But
from
go ahead.
back
I
in the
actually
day-
have a fun story, but go ahead.
So Killer Clowns from Outer Space is an older horror-ish type. I wouldn't even call it horror. It's more sci-fi and stupidity. But they're exactly what it says.
better be
Killer
some gore.
Clowns
There better be
from
some gore,
outer
yes.
fucking space. And the movie itself is a fucking... If you're going into that movie going, this bitch needs an Oscar, you went in there for the wrong thing. This is a cult classic movie. It is an amazing fucking movie. As long as you go in going, this is going to be some stupid shit. And the next thing you know, boom. Now, I don't know if anybody else, Cleaning Agent or Heroes World knows it, but these, I don't know who the company was, but these motherfuckers made a video game out of it, and it's got a GTA style to it. And I was watching the trailer for it, and I'm going, oh. And then they went a nice step further, and they're like, you know what? We're gonna have multiplayer mode on this bitch, and you can either be the clowns or the fucking humans. Fuck it. If you want to be the clowns and go killing people, fuck it. You want to suck their blood with a straw? Fuck it. Go ahead, do it. It doesn't matter. That's your whole point. If you want to be the human and run away, and hopefully you don't get your ass beat, run the fuck away. I mean, like, the whole. If you got a Friday night with somebody going, you know what? This will be a funny ass movie to watch. You'll watch it, but go into it going, this is probably going to be a little dumb. And then you'll go, wow, I'd actually, I wouldn't mind being the clowns on this side for a second and just start sucking people's blood out with a fucking straw. This would probably be interesting. It was a very, very interesting movie when I saw it. And I was like, you know what? I actually like this movie. I do. It's so dumb that you just like it because it's just so fucking stupid. And you're like, this is hilarious. If they would have said been an extra on this movie set, I would have been like, fuck it, sign me up. I would do it. That's how dumb it is. And I don't want to be an extra in horror movies, but fuck it, I'll do it for this one. I'll definitely do it for this one. But it's definitely a watch where you got a good hour and a half and you just want to be like, fuck it, I'm here for a dumb movie. Here for a dumb movie, and it's like, boom. Great work.
That sounds like a good movie and a drink kind of thing.
Yeah, you get a good beer for it. Because you'll spit it up, but for a good reason. But for not like oh my god, this not this dumb bitch went upstairs when she could have ran out the door. It's just the dumb shit that people are doing, and the clowns are the smart ones. And then you're like, oh well, there it goes. There it goes. That's why you're a dumbass. But there's so many funny stupid parts in it that you just laugh consistently, and you're like, oh my god, this is hilarious. This is funny. It's better than a version of any of the scary movies. It's literally better than it, because a majority of the movie, they don't really talk. There's really not a lot of talking
Even
when the
better.
clowns are around. It's you gotta watch it, and you're like, there you go. Then the people are around, and you're like, you guys are fucking dumb. Like, I want to watch the clowns. They're actually doing something in the movie that I want to watch. And then you watch it, and you're like, wow.
Even in those movies, like the victims usually deserve to get victimized. Like there's a reason why they're like you're actually rooting for them to die.
Yeah, pretty much. But it is what it is. Like Clean 80 said, it is a work of art. The shit's a classic. It's one of those where it's not a typical horror like straight horror, gory type movie. It's just stupid horror, and it's just fun. Where you're going, wow, I really wish that was just a little bit longer because I want to see some other motherfuckers get killed. Like there's some others where you're like, I wish you would have died, but it's okay, whatever. Maybe they'll come back. We'll see what happens. See what goes down.
I feel like it's kind of like vaguely within the genre of like Evil Dead, where it's more zany, kind of stupidly graphic kind of thing, where you can tell there's someone underneath the floorboard with a hose and red water, you know?
I would give their actual makeup art for the clowns, I would give that really fucking good. I would give it closer to a A-, B+. Their makeup for the clowns were spot on. Like you were awesome. Just like, wow, that big motherfucker looks scary. Like if I walk up, you go up to him, you'd be like, nah, I'm not fucking with him. Nope, going the other way. Nope. Nope. But it's just, that would be.
I'm kind of curious. Killer clowns.
Yeah, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It's a whole movie, and then there's a game coming out, and I'm being told I have to buy it. So, if anybody out there is getting it, I see what you did there, Hydrus. I see what you did there. Would the clowns bring water to them too? Clowns would probably bring water to the gremlins. That would be hilarious. That would be a good time. That would fuck up a lot of people there. Oof. Man. I mean, those older movies were just like... Gremlins was just... God, you people are dumb. Like, seriously, you had to follow... You had one job. That's all you had was one simple job, and the whole city paid for it. Your whole little town paid for it. Gremlins 2. Jesus Christ, why do you got a female fucking gremlin at the end of the movie with bright ass lipstick ready to marry you? Yeah, that's a bad day for somebody. It's a bad day. But it was a funny ass movie. And I swear I thought they were bringing up that they were going to try to make another one. I just don't know.
I read that too, that they were going to make like a third one or something, or either third one or reboot or something like that. I think I heard that too. I don't know if it started up and then lost traction or something, but I heard that too.
I think I know a couple of them are still around, so it's not like they're all dead. They could do it. Would be hilarious. As long as they're not CGI and the gremlins are actual models for
like
it.
Puppets.
Yeah, the actual puppets, the movie will be a hit. No. Yeah. I could see some CGI in the back if you're like, multiplying the gremlins
for sure.
and stuff.
Yeah.
For that, but the core set should be puppets, and that would get people going. Shit, what was the other one we just? Oh, these guys love Drop Dead Fred. That was a good one back in the day. You ever watch that one? I
don't think so.
Oh, Drop Dead Fred was. It was. It's. Fuck, man. It seems like it could be like a kiddie movie at first until you hear Fred speak, and then you're like, holy shit. He gives no fucks about anybody or anything. Like these, I guess these older movies were just, they were so simple and stupid, it was good to watch. Pretty much. I think that's kind of the beauty of it, is they weren't trying to have like elaborate CGI this. They weren't trying to be masterpieces. They were just, a small budget with a crew of people just having at it and just enjoying their little project. They weren't trying to do blockbuster. They weren't trying to do I'm trying to think of like recent horror movies. Like nowadays they have all the fancy makeup stuff, and back then, again, and that's the other thing, is back then they weren't trying to do fancy effects. They didn't care about that. I mean, you knew that there was some funny shit with the camera going around. They were either holding the camera weird or moving it weird, and you were like, I know that fucking thing ain't moving, but it doesn't matter. It's about to go in this guy's chest. Who cares?
They'd shake it, and then the actors would just be reacting to it.
We saw that guy's hand for a second hold it. We know that knife is going in that guy's fucking throat. It's fine. He threw it from the other side of the building or whatever. Cool, yeah, exactly. We saw it. No big deal. We don't need this elaborate thing for it. We know what's happening, but it was... Yeah, Tremors. Tremors was the same way.
Yeah.
Tremors was just like, all you had to do.
And I feel like they try to do... I feel like sometimes they also try to, like, explain things. I don't need a fucking explanation. Just have whatever crazy shit you're going to do on screen and then just run with it. Like, you don't need... Like, you know, like, for... I remember watching Tremors when that first came out. That was fun. And it's like, you don't need an explanation for Tremors. No one fucking cares. Just let it happen. And but that's what they did too. And that's what they did too. They never explained it. You didn't need it. They just deal with Tremors. Deal with these bug creatures.
There's something under the ground. Okay, cool. We don't have to explain. Now we explained why the ground is shaking, but nobody said it. Nobody said it. You just were like, oh shit. We need to find it. We need to get around. We need to get out of here. Let's not explain this to the audience, because the audience is smart enough to know that when the ground is shaking, there's something under it. Let's just get the fuck out of here and go.
All you do is set up a basic rule and then let it run. That's it. You don't need to beat it down to beat it down your throat. Like, you just set up a basic rule and the audience understands.
Yeah, I don't. I think the one movie that we saw recently that they were hyping up a lot, and they were doing it in, like, because they did it here at Comiskey, where even I don't know if they told Comiskey or not, but then they started focusing their cameras from the Sox game onto the fuckers behind the catchers behind base, just sitting there smiling the whole fucking time for that movie Smile. And they were just smiling the whole fucking time. They never fucking broke. They were just... And I'm going, how much are you fucking getting paid to sit right there?
Just sit there and smile for an hour.
This shit. Yeah, it's a smile all over the place. And, well, I guess they got paid. Because it started happening at other places too, or other events and venues. And then it started popping up on social media where, hey, there's people just standing on the corner on a bus stop just fucking smiling. And you're like, you guys are really pushing this movie. This movie better be great. Yeah. Two big fucking middle fingers down. That movie sucked monkey nuts. I smiled more in that fucking movie because I was just like, wow. And I don't like when the two people are with me like to talk. You two want to talk? Talk amongst yourselves. I don't want to hear you motherfuckers. Don't ask me questions, because guess what? We're all seeing this movie together, which means I know nothing about this fucking movie. We know nothing. We're all experiencing this brand new right now. And I didn't care that we were talking that day. I cared nothing. They were just like, oh, you want to talk to us? And I was like, I mean, you're talking to me. I might as well answer back, because I don't give a fuck about this movie. I'm still waiting for the bitch to smile. Still waiting for this bitch. I don't know when it's going to happen, but if it did already, we missed it. That's how short of it to where they were actually, people were actually smiling. Yeah, you blinked and you missed it. And it was like, this was great marketing. The movie sucked. Just, no, it sucked. And at least with movies back then, they just told you, hey, gremlins are coming to get you. Rah! And next thing you know, gremlins pop up. Bam. It lived up to his name. It lived up to their fucking name. That's it. But yeah. I like those. I like those type of movies, although they've shown me a bunch more of horror movies that I've never seen, never even thought of. Like, I knew of Pinhead, but
oh yeah,
I never really watched Hellraiser. And then the bad part about a lot of the horror movies that she watches, I'm a sci-fi nerd. So we're watching fucking Hellraiser, and she's making me watch 1, 2, 3, 4, just keeps on going. And I'm going, that fucker's in Stargate. That fucker's in Star Trek. That fucker's in Deep Space Nine. And she's like, why the fuck do you keep pointing it out? Why the fuck are they in here? My bad. I didn't cast them in here. I just know these guys are in there. I know that face. I know that voice. There you go. And she's just like, how is he in Star Trek? I was like, and then I tell her like, that's Garrick. Oh, fuck. I never she's like, I know the voice. I just never could put it together. So I just left it alone. And I was like, all right, cool, whatever. But still, we find our little cohesion around there to where I'm like, yeah, you're all horror, honey. I'm sci-fi and gamer boy as shit. But hey, whatever. Boom. That's me. What's up, hero? I mean, we don't expect most movies to be Blair Witch, but Blair Witch sucked anyway.
I say I wouldn't want all movies to be Blair Witch. That gets old quick. It's just a matter of shaky cam and dark rooms and noises and stuff like that. It was like you get a couple of them that are interesting and different, but overall, one thing I liked about like Hellraiser and some of those is they're like weird off the wall gore fests that you don't need an explanation for. You don't need to know why it's happening or what it's happening for. It's just happening. Shit's going sideways, and it's like, all right. And they did some interesting like little like worlds with those where one was like an infinity cube where it's like you go through all these like they'd have a cube and then you'd have like doors, and then if they go through one or the other they'd end up in another cube, and then all of a sudden it's like, and then things would start happening between different places, and it was just interesting to see some simple ideas just going off the walls here and there, just to be different and be unique. Kind of like I know Saw was the one that was being mentioned among some of my friends. I thought Saw was kind of interesting in the sense of like it was and like Walker was actually mentioning too, like it's interesting where it's like you kind of see all these crazy like contraptions happening, and you're kind of curious to see like what the next one's going to be and how it's going to play out and all that kind of stuff. I don't really care about the people. If they all die, so be it. I don't really care. But I was kind of curious to see like how they all are, like what's going to happen to this person and how someone else is going to get messed up, that kind of thing. So
I think
it's
I think the only good thing about Saw for me, I didn't care about the gore or anything like that, but I remember seeing Saw 2 in the theater, and then you're just like, the entire crowd was for most of the movie, but they were, the jump scares or the amount of blood that would pop out because this dumb bitch did what she shouldn't have did, but we were just like, she's gonna do the other one. It's okay, we already knew it. Yeah. But then
exactly
the big reveal of the ending for where they were at. Yeah, everybody lost their shit. Like, oh, we were not expecting that, and that was like the best part of the movie. Fuck the gore and all that. Like, it's cool. So the only reason I kept watching them was like, how is the actual story intertwined? Like, how are they gonna match it up to 1 and 2 if all these other movies are in different orders or wherever they're happening at? And then with the next one that's coming out, it's supposed to be between 1 and 2. And I'm going, well, how the fuck are you gonna do that? Now I want to see it for the story. I don't give a shit about the people dying. I want to see how you tie this in more for the story part than the horror. My wife will go for the horror.
I kind of think that for one, that's actually an interesting point where it's like you have some people that want the horror or want the gore part, and some people like yourself that just want like the intertwining story. So you actually get both parties coming to see it. And for the movie, it's like, there you go. You got even more people going to see it because you've got two different aspects that someone wants this aspect and someone wants that aspect, and they both get it. I always kind of thought the contraptions were kind of like the visual, like the presentation of it, and then the intertwining story at the end was like the actual, like the writing part of it kind of thing. Like, who cares about the dialogue, who cares about everything else going on, but the writing part of it was actually like the story intertwining and how that was all going on. But I did like the contraptions in terms of like just the visual presentation of it being horror. But yeah, I get what you mean though about the all the story, the big reveals at the end.
Yeah, the big reveals, how they intertwine or whatever. The only bad part about it was, for all those Saw movies, I was hoping, even as an extra for the ones dying, I was hoping an ex-girlfriend would just pop up and they'd murder this bitch. And then I'd be like, I'm satisfied. Even though you died in fake life, at least they murdered you, bitch. You deserved it. Screw it. A Quiet Place. Movies like that where you actually have to pay attention. Like, oh my God. These two couldn't figure out what to do with their life. because they didn't have they barely, there was barely dialogue in those movies, and they're just looking at me like,
yeah, by definition,
like,
there's barely.
If you fucking speak, you're gonna interrupt all these motherfuckers because they can now hear you because there's no talking in the fucking movie.
Yeah.
There's no dialogue, so you guys gotta shut the fuck up and watch. I was like, this is basically Adult Wall-E. Fucking watch that thing and see what happens. It's exactly what's going down. Like, oh my god, this is crazy.
That's funny.
And I thought Get Out was okay. It was decent. It was. We kind of knew what was happening. I just
really
wanted to know
horror.
how. Yeah, it's really not horror, but it was just more of a. It's more
thriller.
of a mind fuck. It's more.
Yeah, it's really thriller.
Yeah, and the whole thing was you kind of knew what was happening. You just wanted to see how they were doing it, and then when you figured out how they were doing it, I was going, wow. To be fair, I can't discount this as not possible. So, because there's a lot of hypnosis.
Oh, there was crap.
So,
what was the one? What was the one? Oh, damn! I wish I could think of what the movie was. There was a movie. Fuck, I gotta look it up now. Oh, it's driving me nuts. I'll never think of what it is though. There was a movie where they had that. It was actually kind of crazy because the idea of it could be possible, which is the real bizarreness behind it. They had this thing where they would take and capture people. They would capture black people and they take them to a plantation that was a reenactment, but the reenactors.
Oh, that's further down. That's further down. So there was Get Out. There was
Is that further down? Okay, that wasn't sure.
It's the third one. It's the third one in it.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's the third movie. Have you actually watched it?
Okay. Oh yeah, I watched it. I was like, oh my god.
Oh my god, that was. I was not expecting that. I was not. We were all not expecting it. We were just going, okay,
yeah,
we're gonna watch this, blah blah blah, and then the twist hits, and we're going, what the fuck was that? Like, where did that come from? Like, how is this? Like, I'm thinking, okay, cool, it's going in that direction, but we were not expecting that it to be, and I'm going, okay, now we're watching, now we're trying to see how this plays out. And I was like, cool. And they were like, you know what, this was a lot better than Get Out. And I was like, well, you guys are special because you guys can talk, whatever, cool. But it was that last one with by what's his face, he did a very good job in that, kind of switching it around. So yeah, you'll find out there's a version done with the same actor's voicing in the whole thing. Yeah. Well, I haven't actually saw the Predator sequel. I want to. Maybe I'll just put that on my list of things
It's good.
to do.
It's actually Prey is more akin to the first one.
Oh,
Prey is almost. Prey actually rivals the very first movie.
Okay, because like the first Predator was like fucking good. That first Predator movie was amazing.
Yeah, and this is on par with that.
Okay, I'm gonna have to put that down. I'm gonna have to write that down. Now, is there any other movies out there that you're going, you know what? If I'm stuck in the hospital, I'll watch this motherfucker over and over and over and over and over again.
Oh fuck! There's got to be a few of them.
Let's say top.
One
3.
of them used to be. So one of them. So one of my all-time favorite movies is Jurassic Park. I saw it when I was a kid, and I absolutely loved the whole concept of it. I loved the idea. I loved dinosaurs, all that kind of thing. Like after that, I was a big dinosaur kid. I used to, for the more recent times. So for one, I could just watch that. But for the more recent times, the Jurassic World, the first one, with the Imagine Park, I would put that as like a Friday night movie. I'd grab some pizza, I'd get some beer, and I'd just enjoy just a flick of dinosaurs in a theme park. They used to be a thing for me. I'm trying to think of there's an assortment of movies I could put it on replay. Guardians used to be one I'd watch all the time. Guardians of the Galaxy used to be able to take a watch all the time. I'm trying to think. There's. It's gonna be, of course, when I'm like actually able to talk about all the things to the public that I can't think of a single fucking film that I would watch over and over again. So I know there's a few back when that I'd some of the Disney animations I'd watch over and over again. Like I watched Moana a bunch of times, just because it was a fun, feel good movie.
You wanted to be Maui.
No, it was just actually the crab. I almost wanted to be the crab more than anything.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Shoot. Wow, you know what? This is one of the first ones where we like strayed away from MSF and didn't even go the fuck back. Kind of cool. Nice, cool.
Yeah.
Seriously, Papa, what the fuck? Here, you know what? I'm gonna ask it as it's fucking written. Favorite genre of corn? There you go. I'm not gonna switch.
Corn?
I'm not gonna switch the word. Well, because usually with most YouTubes and stuff, they dox it because it's supposed to start with P instead of C. So you say corn instead of that, and just to go ahead and put it through.
It depends on the mood.
Yeah, he'll either
I can jump from different genre.
Yeah, he'll either take it off the grill or he'll go find a fucking beaner and put it in a cup and have it with some stuff in there, and then he'll have an elote. That's the difference that he's got. Papa Woody, smoke bastard. But thank you for looking out for the YouTube side of it. Thank you. Kayleigh, yeah, Prey, I'll see if Prey is Prey is good as the first. I'm hearing it's good as the first, so we'll see how that works. See how that runs. So
it's got the same format of a single person in like a jungle environment going after this advanced predatory creature, and try to gameplay how to tackle this with primitive gear. Do you know the premise at all of it?
No. Well, I thought they bring like a bunch of them from Earth to a different planet to battle it out, or to be like their prey.
That's Predators.
So they could continue.
That's like Predators. That was one of them. Prey is basically Predator against like a Native American, I think is what it is. It's on Earth.
Shit. I mean, I'm happy to fucking try it out and see what the fuck happens. But does anybody got any questions for Last Starfighter? Anybody got any questions for Last Starfighter out there? Because we want to ask him some good questions out there and make sure that he feels the good brunt of being on the hot seat. There's only so many I can ask and where this conversation can go, but you guys need to light this up. That's what that. So there.
I feel like it's funny that like I push the topics past like to a whole different format where the chat isn't like listing out some of the crazy, weird, bizarre, completely highly inappropriate shit that's usually happening. Like to the point where you're actually prodding them for something.
Well, usually I ask.
Usually they just
anyway
do that
because usually around the 2-hour mark, it's kind of like, all right, cool, we're gonna get ready, set up. We'll do the rapid fire questions. Do you two
I'm
have
trying to think of movies again.
cat?
I've been so wrapped up in MCU lately with movies that like I'm trying to think of the other stuff that I used to watch back when the MCU wasn't so much of a thing. There's so many movies that like I've. What's up?
Well, one pride's asking, do you also have an evil ass cat?
I've had cats. They weren't evil though. They weren't evil. I actually grew up with one. I grew up with a kitty. It was always like a best friend that like would always come and play and would want to like he would just sit on my lap and I'd pet him, or he would just sit on my lap and chill. And when we did trips, I'd actually take my cat with me, and he would just sit in my lap in the car, and he would just snooze or he would just chill. But if we put him in the little travel thing, he would whine the entire time. The moment I pulled him out and I put him on my lap, he was quiet. He was a good time. He's a good kitty. So I don't think I've had. I haven't had a whole lot of experience with cats because it was my other side of things were dogs, and dogs could be even more of a nuisance if they're not trained well. They can bark, they can chew shit up, they can shit everywhere. They're not trained well enough, which some of my family doesn't train dogs. So, but I love dogs. With that said, I do love dogs. I actually wanted to get a dog more recently. Wanted to get a well, rescue is a big thing these days, so that pets are off the streets or off pets that are not having a good life these days. They're given that chance. But I do have I've had my preferences of what I'd like to get. Just because sometimes we have our preferences. Not all creatures are made equal to us, so that kind of thing. I love all dogs, but doesn't mean I don't have my preference.
I don't know what this means, but maybe you do. Rescue Rangers the movie or Roger Rabbit?
I've not seen Rescue Rangers the movie, so I would have to say Roger Rabbit.
There you go.
Also, because Roger Rabbit is a classic.
I'll ask this question. Up to you to answer. I can't make them answer, Eros, but I can ask it. Do you eat ass? There you go. It's all up to you, man.
Oh, is that the do I?
Yeah. Eros was asking like, oh,
I haven't tried. Like, I haven't. It's not something I tried. It's not something that seemed appealing. But I haven't necessarily been in that situation.
There you go.
It also takes the other party to be like, interested in having that done. So.
CM Loki or CM Luna? Ooh.
I go back and forth. I actually go back and forth. CM Luna is adorable. And I do Venora's kitty is very adorable. I also do love the idea of Taco and his pup, but I have heard Taco speak ill of other types of dogs, so I've been like, you know what? I gotta take that into consideration.
Okay.
I feel like I just made a very I feel like I just made a very bizarre statement there, but it was it was mentioned. I can't lie, it was mentioned.
Okay, well, if you could have one superpower, which would you choose and why?
Teleportation.
Oh. Want to see them titties in the locker room, huh?
One. That's cool. For one, people are like, "Oh, I want to time travel." And I'm like, "No, you don't. You don't time travel. That's a minefield you don't want to go down. Not fun." Some people are like, "I want to fly." All right, that's fair. That's kind of cool. I get it. I'm like, I could circumvent all that and then just teleport somewhere. I could circumvent traffic. I could circumvent flights. I could just walk to the other place. I could just walk to my vacation and walk back. Cuts out all the middleman.
Okay. What's your go-to drunk food?
Ooh, that's a good one. Probably burger and fries.
Okay. Well, mine's is Nuggies. Cleaning agent is a Whopper and poutine, which they don't seem to make well.
That is good. Cheese fries are also good. Cheese or chili fries, those are also good.
Ooh. See, now, I saw that on on an email going, ooh, now at AMC we have chili dogs, and I'm going, I really trust the chili at a fucking AMC.
That sounds like a drunk food. Drunk food.
You know what? Just give me my fucking hot dog and my little packet of ketchup and some relish, and I'll deal with this shit. I'm not dealing with whatever the fuck you guys put in chili. That just sounds like a really bad direction to go in, and I'm not running to the bathroom during the movie. Yeah, I know. I got a feeling
I would not trust the chili after
that. Nope.
Theater. Unless they had like a restaurant, unless they had like a restaurant style kitchen in it, then okay, context there, I get it. But if it's just the typical, concessions kind of kitchen,
just concessions. I'm going. Yeah, you're just gonna make something. Yeah,
I do my popcorn, and soda, and I'm a head camper.
Ooh, there you go. Star Wars, Star Trek, or Stargate? Ooh.
You know, I would say it would be between Star Wars and Stargate. It's funny because I know you're a Star Trek kind of person.
Oh, I don't give a
And
fuck about me. I like all three.
no, but I mean, I think, but you've had your preference that I mentioned before,
Yeah.
which is interesting because I also have family who are big Trekkies as well, and I've had this conversation different times where they're kind of different formats. Where Star Trek is like a great kind of like single story with the same crew, and you know they kind of have each of their standalone adventures. Star Wars is kind of like a big world building thing. You have different species, you have different planets, you have different governments, all that kind of stuff, and you have like all this history that comes with it, which is very cool. It can also get a little bit convoluted at times with however many TV shows they want to fill with all the stuff. Stargate was really cool. Stargate almost is like almost like it's an efficient way of Star Wars, where you don't have all of the things that kind of get convoluted. It's got its more simpler premise, but you could travel different worlds, and you could have all these different like you could have different species and different alliances. And I enjoy Stargate. I really did. Like Stargate SG-1, great show, fantastic show for sci-fi. Like that was fantastic. Definitely a big fan of that. I will say Star Wars in terms of like 4, 5, and 6 are just those are classics to me. Those are classics. You've got Yoda, you've got Obi-Wan, you've got the hero arc with Luke. You just got Princess Leia. You've got some big like iconic stuff there. So my thing overall would be Star Wars, but I do probably give Stargate as a runner-up is in terms of like its own original thing, and then I do like Star Trek, but yeah, I would say Star Wars. I'll have to go Star Wars in general, and as a final thought.
I was told to ask this, then not ask this because I think he's drunk. So. Favorite up-and-coming streamer and why it's not Heroes World. There you go. I believe, yeah, he's drunk because he forgot to put on there why it's not. So I'm gonna put it in there for him. I'll auto-correct it for him. So why it's not Heroes World. So.
Why you would be not Heroes World is because that would be like the brotherly love of like I love you but also fuck you kind of thing. Probably one of my favorites would be kind of between Sen Raven and Wapo, but like Sen Raven mostly. He's been it's got a very interesting stream. He's got the great sense of music, kind of conversation. He's got a great presentation. Overall, he's got great system in general. He's kind of been one of my favorites. But Eros is kind of my my streaming brother. I like to think, where we both kind of started very similar time frames. We're both trying to figure it out, and we're both kind of like messing up along the way. And I threw in my stream one time better than Eros' stream, and it was just a fun. I thought it was just funny as hell. Just to throw that out there because I was streaming same time. And so I like giving people shit when I know that I can really relate to them and I can really have fun with them, with their stream, in a serious manner. I really do enjoy his stream, and I think that he's very entertaining, that kind of thing. And he can bounce between MSF and he can go to, Halo or other stuff. And, that's really cool. But we've been, I like to think there's kind of a brotherly love there kind of thing, if I don't, if I can say so myself. So, just because it's been fun shooting the shit with them. And we had one night where we were even talking about politics. And usually that's something you don't do on a stream, because it could be a sensitive thing. And I'm like, if we can have that conversation and we're both cool with each other and it's both an easy conversation, that really says something between two people. You could have that kind of groove with the harder conversations, the harder topics, and just be, just shoot the shit.
Okay. All right. Is there any other questions out there for Last Starfighter before we hit him up with the rapid fire questions, peoples? Throw those suckers in. Duck, duck, goose, or goose, goose, duck. What the fuck? Okay, two totally different games, but whatever. It's up to him.
You need to start at the beginning of this whole question here.
Like, that was literally what we started talking about. So
yeah.
You gotta back that shit. You know what? Look on YouTube and back that shit up all the way. Literally to like the 10-minute mark of my stream, and that'll be it. Holy fucking cleaning agent. What's the prescription on them lenses? Holy fuck.
Oh, they're dense. They're dense as hell. I am very, very nearsighted. If I take them off, I can see like my hand, and then as it goes away, it's all. I know there's someone there. Tell you who the fuck it is, but I know there's someone there. But I'm very nearsighted.
You know what? That sounds like what happens when you drink enough beer and you got a really, really angry ass wife. She looks prettier after a good 6-pack.
That's true.
The further away she goes. True. Fuck that. Yeah. Fuck that. Oof. Oof.
Glasses come off and it's easy streak from there.
Yeah, that's it. Boom. Oh, he needs numbers. Why? Because you're blind as shit too? Go to the doctor. Shit, set something up.
It was like last time I checked, it was like a negative 10 or 12 or something like that.
Holy fuck, dude. Just out of curiosity, do you ever eat carrots?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
I haven't in 1800 years, but I have done it.
Yeah, shit, dude. I've literally grown up eating carrots, like the small carrots out of the bag or whatever from the grocery store, and my mom would only give those to me because she didn't want me to have fucking M&Ms for a while. So now as I'm older, I can sit there and eat a bag of fucking carrots, and people will look at me like, what the fuck you doing? Well, I ate all the M&Ms. I need something fucking else. And guess what? My fucking eyes are still fucking great. Can you read that billboard, bitch? No? Then shut the fuck up and let me eat my carrots in peace. I don't mind carrots. It's fine. It's just, I ate them so much as a kid that I'm just like, I can see everything. And it's just like, okay, cool. I was expecting it to drop after 40, but I still eat carrots. So it's just like, I'm going to try to keep it up as much as possible. If I put on glasses, it's because I can see. It just I look cool. That's it.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. It's a style thing too. Yeah.
It's been also scientifically proven that carrots are not supposed to go anywhere else besides being eaten, Papa Woody. And I don't want to tell you about, I don't want to let anybody know about your stories about what you did on Friday nights. So, so any other, oh, there we go. So, oh, cool. Hydra's got one. M&M's, this fucker can't spell. M&M's, Reese's Pieces, or Skittles? Ooh.
Why Reese? Oh, because it's the same. I guess I have to go M&M for that format of candy. I have to go M&M's. I'm a person that would do the Reese's Cup. Reese's Pieces is fine, but I would just do the Reese's Cup if I was doing Reese's.
Have you tried the Reese's Cup with the Reese's Pieces in the middle?
What? I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, they well, for us, they sell them in, fucker, I'm in Illinois. I'm in Chicago. They fucking go to Walmart. Boom, they got the big Reese's Cup, and then you got the Reese's Pieces in the middle. And it was like, holy shit, this is pretty fucking good. Pretty good. It just gives you that little bit of crunch because you know, obviously, the Reese's Pieces are the same type of thing, but still, boom. I
gotta say though, I don't know if I want the crunch. The only like about the cup is that it's a consistent texture throughout.
Yeah, I didn't think I would like it, but then I did. No, fuck that potato chip one in there, Hydras. No. Yeah, and then I bought one with, I didn't even notice it. I just figured it was just another Reese's Cup. But actually,
I think there's a thing where, I think I've done like a chocolate covered potato chip or something like that. It's surprisingly good. It's a weird mix that's surprisingly good.
I wasn't feeling the potato chip in the middle of the Reese's Cup. I was just like, I like potato chips. I like Reese's Pieces Cup, but some reason together, this is not fucking working out.
I don't know about that. I think I have like a chocolate coating on potato chips, but that's about as far as I go.
Yeah, I didn't even look at I didn't look at the I didn't look at the wrapper or anything. I just figured, oh, it's a fucking Reese's cup. I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. Let me just grab one. Boom. I threw it in a thing. They checked it out. Boom. I got home and I'm like, the fuck is a Reese's cup with a chip in it? Okay, try it. I tried it and I was just like, something's wrong with this chip because it just, yeah, something's wrong. Yeah, I'm not eating this. Like, fuck that. The chip felt, you know, when you leave the bag of chips open for too long, they're fucking stale. They taste like, you know, you left them open. And this tasted like it was left open, except for the cup itself. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. This is not working. So,
like, this is no longer fun. This is not what I wanted. This is not what I ordered.
Not what I wanted. No, is turkey bacon actually in the bacon family? No, it's to confuse dumb people. Oh shit. Would you rather live with no teeth or no tongue? Oof.
I'd rather live in hell at that point. Like, who doesn't want? Like, I couldn't go without either. That's no. I couldn't go without either. I don't even want to think about that. Can't chew or you can't taste. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Cleaning agent, you're that dark motherfucker from the Super Mario's movie, huh? They let you out of that fucking cage. That's who it is. Cleaning agent was the dark one in the Super Mario movie. He finally got out. Now he's just like, nope, there it is. Boom. Ooh, fuck. All right. Any more questions for our buddy Starfighter here? Before we knock him out with some rapid fire questions and then we could just, you know, bum rush him later. Especially Eros. Yeah, he's just... Cleaning agent. All right. So I'm going to hit you with 10 rapid fire questions. You go ahead and snap off whatever the hell you want to say in terms of the answer. So here we go. Which moon bitch? Moon dragon, moonstone, or moon knight?
I'll go with Moon Dragon for the sake of iWatch.
Which fire fucker? Pyro, Human Torch, Sunfire, Firestar, Ghost Rider, or Robbie?
Robbie.
That guy's proven to be a fucking pain in the ass, isn't he?
Yes.
He's proven to be one tough fuck. Dorm or Doom?
Dorm.
Like, he's still holding on after 3 fucking years, man. That guy's still just holding on, killing people.
What's hilarious was I actually had my dorm die by a security officer.
Fuck.
Just,
there went that remark. Shoot, right out the window.
The whole dimension killed by security officer.
There you go. Mr. Negative or Kingpin?
Mr. Negative.
I do like Mr. Negative. Vol or Nova?
Vol.
I don't know. Nova's really growing on me.
I haven't used Nova. I don't have them built yet, so
it's getting me, man.
I actually got to do Nova trials.
All right. Which is the best Cap? Captain Carter, Captain Sam, U.S. Agent, or America's Ass?
If you're gonna like that, I give it to America's Ass.
America's Ass, damn it. It's always been America's Ass. Gwenpool, Deathpool, or Deadpool?
Deathpool.
She is a pain, isn't she?
That passive is just a thing of beauty, and then the Scythe of Death is just like, it can be very satisfying.
Best taunter. Opening taunter, let me phrase that. Absorb, Sticky, Drax, or Red Guardian?
Red Guardian. I use them all the time with Unlimited X-Men to take down the big bad Gamma.
You know what? He is not that bad.
And he actually survived too. At like level 60, even like level 60 or 65, he actually survived Red Hulk. I have no idea how that worked, but he actually survived Red Hulk.
Does he have a high armor? That's the only thing I think of.
I don't know. Yeah,
Thing.
99 out of 100 times he dies. One time he actually survived. No idea how. If it was a glitch, if it was a fluke, if somehow Red Hulk did a negative crit and like damage did nothing. I have no idea, but he actually survived. I took a snapshot of it because I was like, how the fuck did that just work?
All right, cleaning agent. I'll reword that question later to say unuseful taunter. Bishop is actually useful, but unuseful taunter. We'll go with that. Best Thor. OG Thor, Infinity Thor, or Mighty Thor?
Infinity Thor? I haven't really used Infinity Thor with Nowhere, but he does seem to be the cooler version of them all. OG Thor used to be great, back when the Wave 1 days. Now he's just kind of like a nuisance to deal with.
Yeah, it kind of is. All right, who's got the best ping in the game? AA, BB, Deathpool, Gambit, or Kestrel?
Well, considering a recent rework, a 1 point something mil ping that just is a delete button for a fucking ping. Kestrel is also one of the ones that I happened to pull, like, back when she was released. I don't know, it's 2020 or 20, something like that. She was one of the ones that I pulled big just on like a basic red. And then she was one of the very first tunes I ever bought because I pulled like 5 red for her. And that was back when, they were doing originals and they're like, oh yeah, she's gonna be great and big. And so always had history with that tune. She was always a favorite of mine.
All right, the best finisher. We're gonna go out a nice little limb here with the best finisher. So we'll go with Hela with the knives coming through the floor. You got Icarus with that 2-tap. Because once you see them go below health and then they go, you're like, yes, this is gonna be amazing. The Kang Bang, which we all know and hopefully can try to get and get pissed off when somebody doesn't die. Or the Thanos Snap.
There's definitely context to almost each of them. If you do it on 1X, Hela's Swords of Death are really cool to see. I used to the Eternals used to be one of my favorites because I personally like the movie. And then when they came out as tunes, their kits were really cool and I actually bought them. And it was I loved getting the double tap. And then Kang is kind of the recent with the Kang Bang, like he's just the powerhouse, and the animation is really cool also for that. So I'll give Kang the crown for this, just because nowadays he does have the sheer damage and on top of a pretty sick animation as well.
Oh.
There was a fourth one too, wasn't there? A fourth one in there?
Yeah.
Or no, it's just 3.
There's Thanos Snap. There's Hela.
Oh, Thanos Snap.
Icarus.
Thanos Snap was, if you could line up the snap, the problem with the snap is you needed to line it up. It needed to be the death blow that happened to hit. And it only caused so much damage. So you had to line it up just right. I remember if you unlocked him with I think that unlock level, like it was like a level 6 or whatever. It basically was, the level was engineered so that way you'd get the snap, and that was really fun. I remember playing that for getting Thanos the first time, playing the level, and getting the snap, and it was really cool to do. I will say it was really, really cool to see that. Really satisfying. The problem is you virtually never see that ever again. Well, you have to line it up just right.
You got to get everybody on there just perfect, so that way you could just be like, bye.
And then the thing is,
go ahead.
Oh, I was trying to think. Is it the one, like, is it the very last tune, or is it the one you target that it works on?
No, everybody has to be at a certain level. Everybody has to be at that level
okay,
to
yeah,
die.
everyone is level.
They
Okay,
all
yeah,
have
it
to
wasn't
be
just
ready
when
to
you
die.
target. Yeah, that was part of the issue was it all has to line up. Okay.
Yeah, and they don't line up. Next thing you know, you're just like, oh, I see a planet. Okay, guess they weren't low enough. Damn it. Damn, I really wanted to just watch them all.
Yeah,
go to
exactly.
And the Kangbang is a finisher, Papa Woody, because the Kangbang does not count unless everybody on the board is fucking gone. Otherwise, it's not a Kangbang.
The beauty it is, if they all got revived once, they gone. Doesn't matter.
They're gone. Boom. They're not coming back.
Hermit
They're all
kill.
dead. Boom. Hermit kill for that. All right, man. Well, dude, Last Starfighter, we've been talking for a minute, man. Dude, it has been a blast on this motherfucker. How you're gonna when are you streaming next? What's your schedule?
It's been a balance. It used to be mostly nights, and which is still kind of a fun thing to do. It's just been a context of like if there's 6 other streamers on, I'm like, well, I'm not gonna go on the line. Mostly because there's also the streamers I also want to watch. Like for instance, if Sun's on, I kind of want to be in the stream. The stream is always fun. But it's a matter of, like if like Zoe's on, like he's cool. So it's not just a matter of like me like wanting all the attention. It's also the fact that like I actually want to be in other streamers' stream because they are very cool streamers. So it's kind of been a thing when I try to time it when there's not as many people on. That way, if I go on, I do kind of get some of the attention because we do enjoy that. But I have done it also during the day because I know other people can't stream. And so I try to take advantage of that. Or the last couple of times, like I was just tired at night, and I'm like, I don't want to stream right now because I'm just gonna be not fun to watch or to talk to. Like I'm tired as hell. I'm just be doing a hits just to do that, just crash. So I do it like I'm like, I'll just stream later on. I'll stream during the day when I'm like awake and I can like chat with people. So there's been kind of like an early, like either early afternoon or morning, and I'm trying to think of the time zone. I'm East Coast, so say, I guess it'd be like afternoonish. It'd be like early afternoon, that kind of thing. Usually before things reset. So, it's like 2 p.m. West Coast time as it's reset, and I usually be like say noon or something like PST. But yeah, it's either kind of early afternoon, I guess you could say, either like real late morning or early afternoon, or I do it in the evening, and that could be typically for like West Coast. It's easier because they're like, my 2 a.m. or something like that is their 11 p.m. So it's easier. If you're East Coast and you're up a little bit, I typically, it could be anywhere between like 11:45, midnight, maybe 1 a.m. that kind of thing. I'm trying to, I'm trying to be more consistent with times, but it kind of just depends on if there's a dozen people on at night or if it's kind of open and I want to stream. So,
all right, well,
the long-winded version of it.
Yeah, if you guys are not ready, just go ahead and check him out over there. Just go give him a follow, please do. That way you'll know when he's jumping on.
Always appreciate it. Always appreciate it.
Yep. It was a blast. If I would have known a lot more ahead of time, trust me, there would have been some valley in your face. Just saying. Just saying that out loud.
I would have been like touche, considering my repertoire.
I was debating on it, and I'm going, I gotta set it up for it. I gotta make sure it actually comes up right. Watch it. Watch me play it, and then it dances in my face, and I'm like, this is some dumb shit. That's what I get. Yeah, like bullshit. This is some bullshit. I did this to myself.
Well, we'll just have to do another round where I can come on with a drink in hand and you can throw some Valley in my face.
Yeah, there you go. Once you're done with everything for that, we could do it again with a nice drink in face. Yeah. That would work great. He has a new Discord tool. Yeah, check. When you go over to Last Starfighter, do you got your Discord link on your Twitch?
Hang on. Pop it up here.
Just so I say the right thing.
Do you open up your Discord? I'll DM it to you real quick. That way you can do what you need with it.
But make sure to go give him a follow over there. We're definitely gonna try to get you up above. Well, I think you got like what? Are you close to 100 yet?
Close to 100. Getting there.
Getting there. All right, go give this guy a follow like right now. Check him out on Discord. Go join his Discord so that way you get some more up-to-date stuff for him. So it's like, ooh, this is great. But other than that, man, it has been a blast, man. I'm gonna go ahead and.
It's been a blast for me too. Thank you for having me. Much appreciated.
No problem,
good
man.
to have a final talk with one of the bigger streamers.
I'm kind of small. Fuck you doing? Don't. Yep. Still kind of tiny here. Compared to some others, I'm pretty tiny. Like, you know, not like Eero's tiny where you gotta like magnifying glass that shit.
Micro,
but, you know,
yeah, micro size. I know.
I'll go as good as I'm needle dick right now. Good long needle dick. There you go. Needle dick size in that. But I'm not as tiny as. But thank you for the two.
Not viewership, but probably fan favorite. I would say fan favorite.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Gizmo. Yeah, I'm not Rello tiny. Rello's just non-existent. That's legit.
Yeah.
Non-existent with Rello. So ooh. Yeah, definitely not Rello. But I will go ahead and be back on later. This is getting thrown on YouTube, so go ahead and check us out there. Like, share, subscribe there. We will be on there. We'll be on there. I'll put it up with Last Starfighter, but I will be back in a few. I'll talk to Last Starfighter for a second, Twitch, and then we will get back to Strike Force if it ever loads, because, you know, Strike Force hates me and everybody like me. So, but this is me, Zero Cole, and Last Starfighter rolling out. They can't hear me.